I'm gonna mute myself and do my intro here, guys, but you guys continue your conversation. Don't worry about me. Greetings, fellow geeks and gamers and sips. Today we're going to be playing some one-shot in Dungeons and Dragons. We're going to be playing some... our tag today is "My herd of cattle are being hunted by poachers. Please help protect them," is all the flyer says. But when you read the address on the job, it is from a known draconic breeder. What sort of cattle could he have? And why are they worth poaching? Currently, my players are discussing their characters, so I heard something that made me chuckle a little there. But I will let them wrap that up. Alright, I have run my intro. I'm gonna switch over to the one-shot scene, and you guys are now unmuted, so people can hear you. Bum bum bum.
Bum bum bum.
Let me get my music playing. Really quietly, of course. There we go. Alright, guys. So, as I just gave the chat, if anyone's out there, I gave them the adventure, or the adventuring hook. Do you guys remember it? Do you want me to read it out again?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you remember? Oh, yeah, you want me to read it again?
Oh, if you could read it again, that'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. My herd of cattle are being hunted by poachers. Please help protect them, is all the flyer said. But when you read the address for the job, it's from a known draconic breeder. What sort of cattle could he have, and why are they worth poaching? So
yes.
that was the adventure hook.
I'm ready.
And it looks like I have 3 players today. I don't know if Mad was no longer available, which is fine. If he missed the messages, whatever the reason, not a big deal. We have 3 players, and that's enough to get through this. So, and I apologize to you guys for being late to respond to you guys on the Discord. Like I said, it was stuff. There was stuff going on. My internet went out really like I said, it was like 3 or 4 in the morning, so I was dealing with that. So,
oh wow,
yeah. But we're here now.
All right. That's right.
All right. As usual, what we'll do is we'll go in, we'll set up the opening scene. Each character will introduce or reintroduce as it is, since all of these characters are returning characters. Who they are as they enter the scene. You'll give us a brief description of who you are and what your character looks like. But before that, let's go ahead and introduce our players. What does my layout look like today? I guess we'll start with Sea Dog. Would you please introduce yourself, give us a real brief of who you're playing, and what you do like as a streamer?
Hey everybody, it's C-Dog. What's up? I am playing Randall Fred today. If you were here last time, we did some music. We're gonna do it again. I'm streaming right now. We've been playing Power World, and I think I'm gonna start playing Crimson Desert this weekend. I'm loving that game.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
That looks really good. Like I've seen a few people playing it, so I'll try to catch it if you do start streaming it.
Awesome.
All right. I know you're not much of a streamer right now, Dreams, but you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, who you're playing, and you can even include the part that you are streaming with me.
Yeah. Hello, I'm Ernan Wagglefield, the cleric, who is played by me, Dreams. I do not stream, but I do play Elden Ring Randomizer with sleeps every Thursday at 6 PST. And yeah.
It's actually CDT now. We're in daylight savings time.
Oh, yeah.
Which is only important because I do have people watching from like Brazil and Korea and Japan. Like I have a multinational audience, and so I always have to specify that we're CDT. You know, all the people
Yeah,
in
praise
America
be the
don't notice
worm.
it, but praise be the worm. All right, Miss, go ahead. Same thing. Feel free to introduce, and if you show up on other people's channels, because I know you do on occasion, go ahead and plug that.
I'm playing Fenren, who is a wood elf fighter, and I'm occasionally on Cat Karma's channel, but other than that, and here, like, nothing.
We'll get you on more stuff, even if it's just as guests like this. Get you in on some of maybe like big group projects like we've done. Like Dreams has been in some of our big collab streams. We'll get you in more of those if we can. We'll prod the bear until it comes out and plays some games with us. All right. So yeah, that's who we have with us today, and we're going to be going into this adventure here. I don't even remember which nation in my world this takes place in. I pulled this adventure up 3 weeks ago, and there's been technical issues every single week along the way. So let me pull up my map and see where this one is specifically taking place in. Maybe I can pull up my map. Hello? Google Docs?
Fascinating.
Fascinating. Yes. Google Docs, do you want to work? Maybe. At least it's not, D&D Beyond. All I ever hear about is when people stream, it always breaks. So, now it's just Google Docs.
I'd rather have D&D Beyond break than Google Docs. I have a lot on Google Docs.
Right.
All right, here we go. So this takes place in Quikia, which actually a lot of the adventures take place in Quikia. Hello, there we go. And you are located near the town of Bearwood, which is near not that a lot of this matters for your characters or anything, but Bearwood is kind of eastern part of the country, and it is right next to a mountain range on one side, and to the north of it is a mountain range, to the south of it is a large, a very thick forest. The farm itself is located right on the edge of the forest outside of the city limits of Bearwood. And this is a ranch-sized farm. There is enough room in this location for someone to easily raise dragons. Also, a lore thing, because I know this has been mentioned in some of the old ones, but I don't know if everyone's been here. Dragons are almost extinct in this world. In fact, there's only one of each of the fully aged worms of each type of dragon. So the man in Bearwood, this mysterious farmer that most people don't know the name of, is doing essentially a conservation work as well while breeding these dragons. And he doesn't even bother trying to keep the blood pure. He has several split breed creatures, such as bulls or cows that are bred with dragons. That does not sound like what this is. Those would not be things people are poaching, as far as you know. Those get sold off very quickly to make money to raise the actual dragons. So that's the sort of location. Know that you are in a large, like, dude ranch size thing, near a thick forest, and off to the northern horizon you can see a mountain range. That would be about half a day's walk to get there, or a few hours by horseback. And as I traditionally do, could I get all of you to roll initiative to see who approaches the dude ranch first?
Oh, thank God.
Who didn't change their name? Who's Dallas Dice Roller?
Oops, let me change it.
Dog.
All right, so what do we have? Ernan and Randall both with 15s. Is that what that roll was, or is that a previous roll for testing on Ernan?
No, No, the 15 is mine.
Okay, cool.
There we go. Randall Fred.
Okay. Do you guys have we'll just do it on the dice roll. You guys can approach at the same time. We'll have Randall, Fred, and Ernan both approach this huge dude ranch around the same time. And as you approach, it is again it's a very wide area. You see huge tracts of land that are covered in grazing grasses. That are tall enough that you could probably hide in, especially Ernan. You know, you could walk in this grass and not be seen. So it's that type of grazing fields. You can tell that the creatures that eat the grass are rotated between fields, as some of them have this tall grass, and some of them are eaten all the way down where it's nearly to the dirt. You can see several large barns. There are, at a glance, at least 10, but you can't necessarily see all of them because the ranch is so large. But you have a feeling these are going to house different sorts of creatures, so that way they're not intermingling in one way or another, whether to keep them from eating each other. It's safe to say that each one is for something else, though. Near the gate entrance is a very large homestead. It looks to be the sort that you would easily assume is a boarding house where several people would be paying to live or being paid to live if they're workers on the ranch. As you approach the ranch, out comes a kindly looking elf man. I struggled to say that. An elderly looking elf man approaches. He has a subtle glow to him, which anyone who's been around elves knows puts him well over 1,000 years in age. He approaches with a kindly smile and looks at the two of you, since two of you have approached, and greets you happily. He says, "Oh, did you come for the ads? Are you here to help?" Now, individually, let's start with Ernan, because he's the newest one, quote unquote, to people who would be here recently. You want to go ahead and describe your character as he approaches and tell me what that looks like.
Sure. Ernan is a 2'2" rock gnome, and he will arrive by just kind of popping out of the earth, and snakes just slither out of the hole with him. He just says, "Hello! I've been called by the Great Worm to assist."
And you want to describe what he's wearing as well?
He is, give me a moment, it's been a very long time. He is wearing some very modest scale mail with a shield on one arm and a mace on his hip. And a odd little cap with a snake head dangling at the tip.
Earbud fell out of my head there.
He also appears to be ancient, but somehow movable.
All right. And Randall, Fred, you want to introduce what your character looks like and how he approaches this scene?
Yes. Randall Fred is galloping in on his white steed.
Okay.
He's wearing his flamboyant cloak. This time it has rainbows and glistens as he rides in. And then he gets in there and he shakes his hair. "I'm here to answer and have fun."
And have fun. Excellent. And the old man, he says, "Oh, good. so thankful that you've come. I don't know what's going on, but if this keeps happening, I'm not gonna have enough meat to feed my babies. Please, come. I'm sure you're not the only ones to show, but let's get you in, you must be a little road weary. Let's get you a little bite to eat, and then as more come in, I can explain what's going on. And he ushers you into the main boarding house. Unless you have any arguments.
Delightful.
Perfect. And when you get inside, this looks like a very large. It almost looks like it's designed like a tavern with the equivalent of a big dining hall, and then along the sides are two tiers of. So there's like a balcony, and then the floor room. With the center open, in the middle is a large dining table. On the far side is a bar, and behind that you can guess would be the kitchen. You can see stairways on either side, and you can tell that all the way around this building are rooms for people to sleep in. And he leads you over to the large dining table. He brings you both a bowl of broth. He brings you a loaf of bread to split, a very large, freshly baked loaf, and he brings you both a mug of water, and goes about his way to go wait for anyone else. Inside this room, you can see several people exiting the rooms to go, and they're moving to and from. It's a very busy place constantly. You can tell you're coming in here kind of shortly after what would have been about time for lunch. So the people are getting back to work, and so people are moving in and out. No one's really sitting still. And that's the situation you find yourself in with, a bowl of broth, bread, and water in front of you to help rejuvenate you from the travels on the road. Oh, and he does have a seat, by the way, that is designed for shorter races. So he did bring out a seat that sits higher and closer to the table for you, Ernan.
Okay, I was about to say, I was imagining Ernan just pulling out his Vespers books to just stack on the chair.
No, you actually will notice several gnomes and dwarves running about to do business. So he is equipped for people of all heights here.
So awesome. Hospitable. Love it.
I thank you for the high chair.
Of course. He says, very quickly, as he's still, despite the fact wanting to get into this, he clearly has to deal with business. So he is very quick to get you seated, see to your accommodations, thank you or acknowledge your thanks. But then he does move very quickly back out of the room. And so you're in the bustle of things. Feel free to have a moment to introduce yourself to each other, because these characters have not met each other before.
Ernan, you say. It's very nice to meet you.
Hello there, young man. Have you heard of the Great Worm?
No, I travel from far to see about this great worm.
The Great Worm knows all. The Great Worm is everywhere and nowhere, and he will be there for the end.
I'm excited. Just gonna pull my pan flute and play a little ditty, just for the moment.
Sure.
That sounds wonderful to eat too. And I'm just gonna break off some bread and dip it in my broth and make way for hopefully another person to arrive.
Yep. So as you do so, the bread is very buttery. It's very fresh. You can tell that all the ingredients come from here on this farm. Nothing was ported in, so there's it's got that extra fluffiness to it with fresh flour. You can also tell, again, the butter was probably made today. It's got that very almost sweet brightness to the flavor. The broth itself seems like it's probably been made for several years. Like it's not a new broth. This is the sort of broth that has that deep-seated flavor of 100-year stew type of broth. So, and as you guys feel free, if you guys have more you would like to discuss. If not, we will introduce Fenrin. Either way is okay with me.
I am good to go.
Okay.
Vito.
All right. So Fenrin, these two are off having their meal, and after another 20 minutes or so, you approach. Now, first thing I have to ask is Fenrin alone?
Yes, runs on.
Fenrin's okay. And I ask that for anyone in the audience or the players that don't know. Fenrin has amassed a following of NPCs over his adventures.
There's always
He's
that
got a
one
little
player.
menagerie.
He has how many goblins that follow him?
13 goblins
Uh-huh.
and 1 tamed ape.
And 1 tamed ape, yes. So, you know.
Amazing.
all through
Completely by accident.
just being a good person. Sometimes it pays to just treat people with respect.
Yes.
So it seems overall we are a very good party.
Yeah. Not looking at a bunch of evil bastards, which is, nice to have at the table. Okay. So yeah, as you approach, again, the old man, very old looking elf, and you would know even better that he has this glow to him that you can tell immediately that he would be considered an elder in any tribe. Just at a glance. It's not a real glow, but it's a glow that is visible to people who are sensitive to such things. And
Okay.
since you said you were a wild elf, so you come from these places.
Yeah, I'm a wood elf.
Yeah, so you come from the places where this sort of thing is very rare to see, but when you do, you always venerate them as elders. However, he doesn't have the cadence and air of an elder, despite the fact that you immediately, instinctively seek him as an elder. And he approaches, he says, "Oh, did you come for the flyer?"
Yes, I did.
And you want to tell us what it looks like as Fenrin approaches the ranch and this man.
All right, so he's just casually walking up. As I said, he's a wood elf, so he's pretty tan. He's got copper hair that's kind of tied up in a ponytail with shaved sides, and he's wearing leather armor, and he's got like a little rapier at his side, shield, and a crossbow.
Cool. And as he approaches and sees this elf, how does he react?
Well, considering you said he's like an elder, is there a certain way that elves would, I guess, greet or kind of greet an elder?
So
they met for the first.
that would be a tribe by tribe basis. The big thing would be to do something to show respect based on how your tribe would do it. So it wouldn't be a broad across the spectrum, this is the one way to do it.
Okay.
It would just be a way that, like, it could be a bow, it could be a specific handshake, or something like that.
We'll just keep it simple. We'll just do like a nice little.
Okay. Nice little bow it is. And as you do, he does that hand wave. No problem. Man, so I just found out that Mad is unavailable for this week. He's doing stuff at Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City this weekend.
Nice.
Woo!
Man, that's a short
That's
drive
awesome.
for me. Mad. No
Still 84.
problems, friend. But yeah, so he waves his hand to you, kind of that, dismissive hand wave. He says, "Oh, no need for that. I'm not one of your elders. I'm an old ranch hand. Come on, come on, come on." And he motions for you to follow. He doesn't even tell you where he's leading you. He's just like, "Come on," because he knows you're just going to do it at this point.
And I'll follow.
And he'll lead you in to where the others are. You'll see Randall Fred, which you already recognize, and a kindly looking old
Excuse me.
gnome. and you see a bunch of people running around, but you can kind of tell that the people sitting at the table are probably where you're going to go. You've experienced this sort of thing with adventures before.
Mhm.
And he does.
Henry! It's good to see you.
Nice to see you again, Randall.
Also, I want to point out, Randall was the one who went through the trauma of the Bouncer's Kingdom with you.
Yeah, I know. He was the one playing pan flute on the deck of the ship while we were trying to put out the fire.
That was awesome. I had no clue.
No clue.
Could I
No
very quickly double check characters' pronouns?
He, him.
And then is he him.
Hello there, young man.
Hello.
Were you too called by the Great Worm?
Great worm. And he'll
Yes,
kind of tell.
The Great Worm who calls the end.
I can't say that I was.
Well, give it time, perhaps. Try this bread. It's great. And you're looking
Oh,
quite
yeah.
skinny, young man.
So buttery.
Annie! Finn will take the bread though. It looks delicious.
Yep, and again, as you eat the bread, you can tell all the ingredients are fresh off this farm. That again, fresh butter. It's got that almost sweet brightness to it. It's got that fluffiness from all the fresh fluffed wheat and such from the farm itself. By the way, after he led you into the others, he did go out to wait for anyone else. He's not like some of the others who are like, "Oh, this is enough." He is taking time to make sure no one else shows up for the job. So, you guys will have probably about half an hour where you're left here to eat and interact. I'm not going to make you have small talk, but if you guys would like to have small talk amongst your characters, now would be a good time to go ahead and do it to kind of get to know each other. Or reacquaint yourselves with each other, as some cases might be.
Yeah, interesting. Fenrin, how you been? I'm ready for this journey.
I've been fine. Lot going on.
Oh, and for your reference for your two characters, it's probably been about 3 months since the things in Bouncer's Kingdom.
Nice.
So you've
Been some time.
had some small adventures of your own between then and now.
Is Bouncer where Ernan helped save a king?
No, Bouncer is a Turtle Kingdom.
Okay.
But now he could have been there at some point. I'm not going to say that because the Great Worm definitely might have sent him towards Bouncer due to Bouncer's heritage of being potentially partially of dragon heritage in his background.
Ooh.
Not that anyone who isn't bound by the Great Worm would know that, but someone who's bound by the Great Worm might be aware of that information.
Oh.
So you may at least know of, not that they've mentioned it, but no, you've been to Quikia, actually, was where your adventure happened, which is 2 days travel from here. So you're actually very close to your last adventure.
Ah.
They are about 2 weeks, no, 1 week of air travel from here to where the Bouncer's Kingdom is. So,
Okay.
quite a
Just
quite a
mentally
distance.
mapping.
Yep. And if you pull up the map, you will not find Bouncer's Kingdom. It's actually outside of the edge of anywhere on that map. So. But yes, you if they mention it, just so you know, you have some vague idea. You will have some vague idea of where that is. But no, you were not involved in the adventure there specifically.
Good to know. Ernan will just ask, have you all been to this kingdom before?
Yes, it was magical. We met some brothers.
Well, you just missed quite the festival in the capital. Some sweets turned sour, and the king having a somewhat difficult time. But I look forward to working with you young folk and perhaps teaching you the ways of the Great Worm.
Ooh, I'm excited. Worm.
Part of me
Does this
really.
great worm have a name other than the great worm?
Worm.
Dare few speak it, but Ouroboros is his name.
Ouroboros. It's a great name.
He who heralds the end.
Ooh.
Can I roll a religion check to know if I know anything about this?
Yes, you may. Yes, you may.
Oh,
Nailed it.
that's a 6.
All right. Let me see what a 6 will get you on Ouroboros.
Nothing.
I mean, you're gonna have some level, even if it's incorrect information.
Oh no, that's even worse.
Let's see.
Ern will see them just struggle on the topic and offer them, take your time and cast guidance.
Yeah, you get to.
You see the gears turning.
So you get to add that to
Little smoke.
your D4 to that roll if you want.
All right. So that's a 8.
An 8. Okay, so with an 8, all you know about, you don't recall anything specific. In fact, the most you recall is a story about a dragon with that name. That's literally the extent of your memory of them. Is that there was some dragon of some sort, whether it's mythical, deific, or even if it was a real one, you don't know to what level. A real one being a material one, you don't know to what level, but you've just heard of the name, and that's the end of it, and that it belonged to a dragon.
All right.
I'd like to do a history check.
Okay.
Yeah. Rolling. Where's that? Oh, get out of here. I got 2 of them in there. Re-rolling. 13.
13. So from history and not religion, you are going to know of cults that existed to Ouroboros. You're not going to know much more specific. You know that they very much believe in the cycle of the world, though, that when one thing ends, another thing is reborn. And that's about all you know specifically about the followers of Ouroboros.
Love it.
So do with that information as you will, as the description of the Great Worm and Ouroboros has been mentioned. That is what you two know about that.
Ernan will just look at you like an excited old man who has had his grandkids show interest in something that he actually knows to talk about.
You want to know about the trains? I know about trains. Grandpa.
Yes,
There weren't
absolutely.
autistic people when I was a kid. Also, Grandpa with an entire train set in his basement. Sorry, go on.
Yes, yes. Please ask any questions you have of the Great Worm.
So, what do you do as a? Are you a follower, worshiper of the Great Worm? What do you do?
I have been one of the few selected to follow his voice and help guide the world to be at its state before he heralds the end and everything is born anew. The world will end when he begins to eat his tail and then himself. And before then, the world must be in certain states due to prophecies, and I have been called to lead the world to some of the good before the bad.
Some
Duly
of the
noted.
good. Not all of it, though. Just some of it.
There's a bit of chaos mixed in there, but yeah, when you get to be my age, life gets a bit dull. You have to spice it up with fire and snakes.
Snakes. Rubs back of head. Oh, sorry.
So, are you trying to bring about the end of the world?
No, I am sadly a bit more materialistic than I should be, but I will also not deny that it has to happen at some point, and I believe that Ouroboros does it in one of the kindest ways.
Interesting.
Indeed.
I'm just waiting for the beautiful effervescence.
Um,
No, that was the other Fred, wasn't it?
Yeah, my Megalofred was beautiful.
Yes.
So many.
I still love that, they look similar enough that Fenrir probably for a moment was like, which one were you? Until he pulled out his panpipe, and then Fenrir's like, ah, it's you. I see. The idiot.
This one.
yeah.
So
I
the other one
inspire.
procures fruit from nowhere. This one just plays music.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Even worse, it wasn't from nowhere. He kept pulling it out of his hair.
Just raining. Fruit.
Oh god. That sounds awful.
So yeah, he's answering your question, no, too materialistic, but
Even if I do not agree with all that my god does, I am still a loving follower. You do many things for love, no matter what form it takes, of romance or worship or brother or family. No matter the blood on their hands, you still love them.
Yes.
And you've been a follower for how long now?
Oh, since I was a boy. How old am I again? That is
If
both
Finn was drinking
Ernan-
water, he just would have spat a little bit out then.
that is both Ernan and the dreams asking.
let's see if I can find your player sheet on here. I'm sure you have it on yours, but if not, I'm sure I can eventually. I have so many players' character sheets that I have to find which one's yours. Yours is. Oh wait, I remember what yours is called. Do I? Oh nope, not that's the picture, not the. That was the avatar I drew. This is what I want. Nope.
I'm also more than happy to just be like, Ernan has the dementia slowly setting in.
He's just the senile grandpa at this point.
Let's see. Did you write an age on here? You didn't. There's no age on here for me to answer that question with. So whatever it was, you didn't tell me.
Well, it's been a long time. I've seen many rises and falls of kings and queens and countries to want to be and yes. What were we talking about? Ooh, bread.
Ooh, bread.
Bread, buttery bread.
I will say that for the others that aren't him, you could guess that he is at least 450 years old. Based on how he looks, physical aging, he is near. Since he appears to be an elderly, you know that gnomes, on average, so not an adventurer, live to about 500. A lot of times, especially magical adventurers, will live for longer periods of that. They age very slowly, kind of like a dwarf does. They don't start to gray until they're at least they start to gray in the first century. They actually gray pretty early, but they don't start to wrinkle until the third century. So he's definitely older than 300. And the way he moves around, you would put him over 400 years old.
Then he'll push some water towards him and just like, make sure you drink some water with that, Gramps.
Thank you, Sonny. And he'll just drink the water that has been given to him.
See, we don't need you choking.
No.
I have my teeth in. Yeah. So this is Ernan. I think that is about all that he is remembering to give on the Great Worm. Praise be.
Praise be.
Blessed be the fruit. Oh, wrong thing.
Do 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 do. All right. Unless you guys have more to add, I'm going to go ahead and have our rancher come back in because that feels like a good breaking point there.
Yeah.
And so you guys have been eating and having this little conversation and somewhat getting to know each other. And the rancher will come back in. He says, "I guess it's just you three. Well, I'm sure that'll be enough. I mean, it's just some poachers, right? You look like very capable adventurers, and you could probably deal with a couple poachers better than a bunch of farmhands who don't know anything about combat. If you would follow," and he'll try to usher you to follow him back out towards the ranch, out of the boarding house.
Do this.
And as he does, he'll actually pull up a cart, a small riding cart that has enough room probably to fit 8 people. Obviously, you guys are going to have plenty of room. You can think of it as like the sort of cart you would put hay in. So it'd be that, but he has affixed benches along either side, so that way people can ride in it. Probably an easy way to get his workers around the ranch because it is so large. He will usher you in, take up the riding seat, and lead you or drive you to some of these different barns that he has shown you, or that you have seen from the distance. As you get out on the ranch, you can see that there are 20 different barns throughout the length of this ranch. This ranch, by the way, it's not measured in acres; it's measured in miles. Is how large of a ranch this is. It's even bigger once you're actually in it than it looks from afar. It parts of it reach all the way into the forest off in the distance. You can see fields filled with cattle are much closer to you than you may have originally thought. They may have been moved here though. Because this area does look lightly grazed compared to some of the others. He does lead you to, or drive you to one of the barns that the cattle seem to be coming in and out of. As he jumps out and walks inside, he waits for you patiently within one of the stalls. Even before you get to the stall, you can see there is all sorts of the hay and straw has been thrown asunder, like there was some sort of scrap here. And you can faintly smell decay of like an old body. But you're not seeing anything from outside, but you get that smell of like a body that's been in the sun for 3 days sort of smell as you ride up close to it.
Yummy.
And he will guide you inside the stall, and you will see the remains of a mostly mutilated corpse of a cow. You can see that it looks like it's been taken apart meticulously in a way to examine it. It doesn't look like this thing was left here without reason. It has been parts of it left for a purpose. And the parts that you smell that are decaying are actually not the parts that he is showing you. You can see the parts that he's showing you are being preserved through some sort of magic. This is a pretty common older type of magic used, as not so much used today. And it prevents decay for up to a week. It's well enough known by people from the woodlands are going to know about it, and people who are knowledgeable about magic are already going to know about this, so you guys will all have some vague idea that it exists. He will show you marks on these where whatever has or whoever has killed these cows, or this cow has left. The wounds are left here, and they're preserved so you can see them. They appear to be long slashing wounds across the cow that appear to have been made by some sort of blade. It does not look like a wild animal, so it is what he's showing you very much marks what he has described, where you'd be pretty confident at a glance that this was in fact done by some sort of poacher, but not by one who is knowledgeable about the act. It is not one where there's like arrow marks, where there's precise pin marks across it. Instead, it looks like someone tried to cut it up with a sword or something. And so that's what you see as you approach the stall.
Wowza. What's going on?
I haven't smelled something this bad since I was with that necromancer, 50 years ago. But I would like to reach into my bag and pull out 2 carved dragon bones and roll them in hopes of the great worm telling me what will happen in hunting these poachers and cast augury.
And this is the weld or wheel. Is that what it is? Or woe or wheel?
Yeah.
So what are you specifically? Is your act
of hunting the poachers.
Hunting the poachers. Okay. So I'm going to say that the result is one bone woe, one bone wheel.
Okay.
So there is woe and wheel.
We will be facing the good and the bad, I am afraid. But that tends to mean we should pursue. And I will say that aloud.
Yes.
Anyone else want to do anything here besides casting augury? Do we have any like investigations? Do we have any questions? What do we?
Yeah, I would ask the guy who brought us out here if this has been happening to all of his cattle, or if it's just this one in particular. Like, what is this happening across the board, or what kind of a situation?
He says, we've noticed our cattle going missing. This is the first one we found that was dead but not gone. We have found bloody marks throughout our fields. This one happened very close to the stalls where they had been resting, which is not this field, but one further out, and he motions in a direction. We moved them here so that way they're closer to the house and harder for us to miss that happening. But this is the first one that we still found intact. Again, the rest, all we found are the blood that remains from the act of them dying. We haven't actually found their bodies.
Okay, and these things are what? They're cows, so they're pretty big, right?
Yes. And they're cows that are bred to be eaten too, so they are large meat cows.
Yeah, which means someone's making off with the bodies afterwards.
And for someone, for reference, a beef cow weighs approximately 13 to 1400 pounds.
Yeah, those things aren't light.
Now, are these the normal cattle? Or
These are
like
normal.
dragons?
These are normal cattle, the sort that
Okay.
you can easily guess he's raising these to feed his men and the dragons here. And if you ask him, he'll confirm that. But I mean, it's an obvious, leap of logic to assume that.
Do you know of any humanoid monsters that possibly are around this area?
He does not. However, if anyone wants to make a knowledge nature, this is a well-known area. So, if you would be someone who hunts these lands, even, I'll give you advantage. I don't know if any of you guys hunt these lands specifically. I don't think anyone's from Quick, but if you are, you do have advantage for knowledge on this. But yeah, you guys can make knowledge nature to see if you know anything about that whenever Ernan asks that question. But the rancher does not.
I'll do nature.
Bah!
Nature.
Son of a bitch.
Oh.
Ernan will just
7.
pat you on the leg like you got this, boyo.
19.
And
19.
guidance, although it doesn't seem like you need it.
Hey, at least it's not all fours this time, miss.
No, it's not. I'll take the pity guidance. That's a 9.
A 9, okay.
Finn's doing his best here.
Yeah, for sure. So you don't really know of any specifically, but Randall Fred, you know that there are not any standard humanoid monsters in this area that are not considered people. So like, you know that there is like a small tribe of goblins to the north of the mountains. There's some gnolls to the far west. None of them are very close, but you do know that they exist. But most of those are considered more human and not so much monster. But if you stretch the meaning of his question, because he's an old man and may be a little quote unquote racist, not like he's trying to be, but because, you know, a lot of these creatures didn't used to be considered humans. They weren't allowed in society. In fact, that's true for my older version of the campaign. At a certain point, I had a campaign where people got them to be part of the nations. So they literally, older people still see them as monsters because they used to be considered monsters. But that aside, you also know that there at one point was a werewolf curse in this area, but you also know that that has been, as far as anyone knows, eradicated. So for humanoid monsters, there's not any that you can immediately think of. That's part of the reason Quick is considered such a safe location. Is because there's not a lot of intelligent monsters here, and that's probably why he set up his dragon farm here.
Love it.
And I will say that Fenrin probably also knows the whole racist thing, quote unquote. Again, I'm using that term as a joke, because
Right.
at the beginning of my creation of this world, those things were monsters. At this point, they're no longer because of something that happened in one of my previous campaigns.
Yeah.
So, but you don't necessarily know about the werewolf curse that occurred or at this place or anything. But again, as far as Randall Fred knows, also that is no longer a thing that has been dealt with as well. So that's what you two know about it.
Yes. Like it.
Well, I was thinking harpies, but
Nope. The
Yep.
the funny thing is, harpies have a really devastating role in my campaigns, but they all exist in the largest mountain range on the continent. They've actually killed more PCs than anything else in my campaigns.
Wow.
Good to know.
It's
If
funny.
you've got harpies, buckle up.
It's funny though, because the reason is in all of the situations they just failed their saving throws for too many turns. One of the players only had to roll above a 4 and couldn't do it for 5 turns straight.
Oh god.
One of them had to roll like a 17 because his stats were really bad. But like, what the worst one, the one that made it most infamous, was he had to roll above a 4, and like I said, it was like 5 or 6 turns straight. Couldn't roll above a 4 and died from falling. He managed to make the save against a song on the turn that he went splat.
Oh no.
I do believe I have a single diamond, so
But yeah, no, harpies are not known in this area. No.
well.
Oh
I
yes,
also
you
wish
definitely
you had
do have a
9.
diamond, by the way. Even if you didn't, I remember you getting one from your adventure.
Yes, that's what I was recalling.
Okay, cool. Yes, the attacks have been occurring at night.
Well, there's only one thing to do, and
Take out.
Ernan is just gonna dive into the hay near the alive cattle and
Is
just
it thinking?
burrow. We wait.
The rancher says, "Of course, if you guys think that's best, is there anything you need from me?" Is there-
Right.
Just to get out of here,
bread.
or I'm gonna use prestidigitation. It smells.
He does spell, yes. He says, "I can get rid of this body, of course, if you want it gone. We just brought it here so we could show you what you're dealing with."
Okay. All right.
And very much appreciated, but For a stakeout to work, everything must seem like it is going on its natural routine. So just move on with your life and we'll hide and wait.
Okay. And with that, he gives you, he does one of those very polite bows, and walks off to continue his daily things. He does leave the cart, the cart you rode here. He leaves that with the horse there. It doesn't look out of place. He has it parked next to the barn, so it just looks like someone would have left it there. And the horse does unrein the horse, so it's just grazing with the cattle in the area. But you do have access to it should you need it for any reason. And he goes about his day.
So what time of day is it at this point?
Whenever he brought you out here, it would probably be 3 p.m. Like it's plenty of day ahead of you.
So light.
Yes, but after lunch. So.
Well, I feel like it's a little too early to just hunker down here.
Yes, I admittedly thought it was a bit bit later in the day.
Nope.
Sir Ernest is gonna pop out of the hay like, I read my watch wrong.
Maybe we could get him to take us to some of the places where the cattle have disappeared from the fields, and we could take a look there and then come back here.
Yeah, he's absolutely would be willing to do that.
Yay, nay, guys? What thought?
Yeah, no, that's
Just anything to get out of this room. Thank you.
Yeah, so then like if he's already gone, like I'll kind of go trot along after him and see if he'll do that.
Like, whoa, wait. We one more thing. Yeah. Thing. Yeah, he's absolutely willing to. Yeah, he'll come back and he'll re-rein the horse, which only takes him a couple moments. Like the horse is very well trained, and he'll guide you out. He'll ride. It's a long ride to where the cows were kept. The further out you go, you can see more of the grass has been trimmed down from them grazing until you get a field that is mostly bare. This one, they probably would have moved them out of this field soon anyways. But you can also see, as you get here, there are dark patches. You can definitely tell where things occurred the night before. And you can see large stains of blood in different locations. And he'll guide you to the 4 different spots. And he'll tell you that these 4 all occurred last night. They were in a different field the night before, and we have ones there I can bring you to after you look at these, if you want.
Okay.
Is there trails going from like the primary spot?
You mean like the cow trails? Or
no, like a trail of blood.
Like blood trails or kind of like drag marks.
No. They're like pools of blood.
Just
so
blood and then nothing.
Yes. So nothing. Whatever. The appearance is like something killed it, let it bleed here, did something to the body, but didn't move it by dragging it across the ground. Is what you would see.
I'm inclined to think something was flying.
I don't know about flying. It could be a matter of so how big are the pools of blood? Are they like smaller or are they just like these bigger pools?
So as someone who does hunting, you could tell that this is the sort of pool of blood you would see from something that died, like something that was not butchered. Like it's not like the sort of there is one puddle that looks like something was like full on butchered, like the body would entail. These ones look like whenever you shoot an animal, it lays down, it bleeds to death, and there's a small pool, small being about the size of the body. That's about the size of these. It's not excessive, like they had been ripped to pieces.
Chopped up there.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
He said that like all of the bodies except for the mutilated one we saw are just gone,
Correct.
and that there's no like drag trail of blood coming from these.
Correct.
But if something's flying, it has to be big enough and strong enough to carry them away. So I think that would be more alarming if that is the case.
And you know, for something the size of a cow, you're looking at adult dragon-sized flyers. Like, you know that even a griffin would be too small to just carry off a beef cow. So, for reference of size for something that is able to fly off with a cow, it's going to be absolutely massive.
Wyverns.
Could be. Actually, I think a wyvern would be iffy because wyverns are a little bit smaller than you might anticipate.
Okay, then. Well, the other train of thought then would be, what is strong enough to just physically lift a cow?
A lot more things fall into that category.
UFOs.
Like, a lot more things fall into that category.
So there's no drag marks, but are there any kind of more noticeable like footprint kind of things around these puddles, walking away from them, leading from them?
You can see the only real footprints you notice are, some blood-stained hoof marks that would have been caused by cows. There's not some, like, you don't see like a troll footprint or something like that, if that's what you're looking for. No, the only immediate footprints you see are what you can assume to be cow prints.
Okay.
So unless it was like a satyr that was large and born of a cow, the footprints here would not indicate anything else.
Well, Ernan is stumped.
Me too.
Randall Fred, old boy, have you? What's your thoughts? You've been quiet.
I'm still stinky. I'm still stinky. But I can still smell it.
We are on a farm.
Ah, I need to use prestidigitation.
Yeah, you can use
Spray myself.
prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation, yes.
Which, by the way, that word just means sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Yep, that's what that word actually means, is sleight of hand. Even though it does a lot more than that. If you ever want to know, that's a real word, and it means sleight of hand.
I like it. I'm just gonna, it's out of my cloak. It sprays me and it's smelling good.
Yeah, for sure. You can
Smells like the forest.
You can definitely make an area smell better. That is an option. So yeah.
Yes. Ah, better. Ah. I'm not sure what these are. I heard of UFOs before, but I think that's too far away. I don't know. I'm lost. But I'm ready to find them. Take them out. So this doesn't happen no more.
Any sort of checks you guys would like to make to try to discern things?
I'll give investigation a go.
Yeah.
Probably not going to be very well, but
Sure.
I'm gonna roll that too. I'm gonna roll it too.
I'll once again pat Finran on the leg.
I'm a lost cause, but I appreciate your help.
I got an 18.
18.
Ah,
So with an 18, if you're looking at the blood stains and you're investigating them, You are going to notice some of the blood isn't coagulated. Even though this was from the night before and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Ooh, fresh.
So something that most people wouldn't immediately think of, you're just like, why is this still wet?
Oh, that is actually a huge.
Are you sharing with the class, Randall?
Blood is a little wet. Don't know what that means.
I got a 4.
Can Ernan make a history check of any monsters he know that have a anemic ability to stop coagulation?
An
Probably
anticoagulant in
unicorns.
its ability. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just save you from this immediate roll. Why don't you make me a just intelligence check? Because I'm just going to let you know you're not going to think to make the check that needs to be made to find the answers you need for this. There's not any standard monsters that have an anticoagulant.
Ernan's gonna rub the hat and give himself guidance.
Okay.
I pat him on the back for good measure.
So that is a 24.
24. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to you because the DC was 25 and it's not a reasonable one, but since you got so close, I'm going to give you some extra information here that you wouldn't normally get. You're going to note that no standard creatures from this plane have anything that would cause something like this that wouldn't have either left marks or been big enough to carry this away. You do, however, in your knowledge of things not from this world, due to your, touch with the divine, know that some outer world creatures have abilities like this, kind of like the Githyanki have some stuff for this. You know that there are some illithid things that will do this to keep the tadpoles alive in a dying host. You know that there are creatures like the sloths and what is this thing called? Anyways, it doesn't matter. There's a bunch. There's a bunch of creatures from the outer planes that use this for different reasons. That would explain the fact that there's no marks. Anything of the material plane that does this would have either left more blood because they would have been, eating it, and would have left the slaughter there, or would have left marks from dragging it away, or would have you would see like scraping from it flying away because of how big it would have been. So the only things that you can think of would be extraplanar creatures.
My compatriots, I am afraid our job has just gotten all the more difficult.
I would also like to let you know that there are magics, though. And, just like the one that kept the body from decomposing, it would also keep blood from drying. I want to let you know that, but from your question about asking about monsters, that's what you would know. I'm not saying that's the wrong line. I just want to let you know that's not the only explanation, and you are aware of that as well. So not to try to take you off of your guy. I just don't want you to only think in one dimension.
No, I'm just acting how I think Ernan would act.
Yep, absolutely.
And then Ernan will proceed to talk about the creatures of the outer plane. Yes,
That's certainly something.
yeah. Um, I do not mean to be a coward, but I am not a fool. On the off chance that an illithid will appear, I'm gonna go the other way. Putting that out there now. Yeah.
What do I know about Illithids and Githyanki and things like that? About what Ernan told us. Do I need to roll for that?
Yeah, you'll definitely, because they're not common knowledge for people of this plane.
All right. Please be. Are you fucking kidding me?
There's the 4. There's the 4. Don't worry though. Once we get into fight, Miss is going to roll only crits the whole time.
Yeah.
All right.
Finn is good at one thing, and boy is Finn good at it.
Finn is good at beating the shit out of people. He's not quite the best at non-lethal, but everything else, he's halfway decent at animal handling.
That's
too.
true. That's true. That's true. You might be able to get these cows to do stuff for you.
Yeah.
All right. So,
to the crew.
considering I know nothing.
You actually with what's your modifier? You get a
For intelligence, that is gonna be a 0. So
a 0.
It's a 4.
It's a 4. So you have heard stories of these as a kid, where you know that Githyanki are, as far as you're aware, Githyanki are like the tooth fairy. They are a myth that parents tell their children to make them be good. Like that's what your thoughts of are the Githyanki. So hearing this very old gnome might catch you by surprise to hear about this. And same with like the Illithids. You probably have never heard them called an Illithid. That term is so beyond. You think he's making up words to scare children.
All right. So, considering what I know and what I know about me, how confident do I feel I can take them in a fight? Like,
All right. So let me pose this question. If someone told you the boogeyman was coming for you, as you in the real world, someone told you the boogeyman was coming for you, how would you react to that?
Let's see here. Finn goes, I don't think it's gonna be that bad. I think we got this.
I will pray for you in the next.
Old Russian babushka said, "Good luck with that."
Well, I guess the only way to find out is let's go set up our stakeout and see what happens.
Let's do it. I'm ready. Smelling good.
Good, yes. When you do get there, by the way, it will be cleaned up because, again, he would clean that up normally. The only reason he left it was just long enough for you guys to see it.
Randall Fred, you are a man of the arcane, yes?
Yes.
There was once a story about an army who disguised themselves as a horse.
Sure.
What if perhaps you know a spell to disguise us as a cow and we get the preemptive jump on whatever is happening?
there are multiple ways you could go about disguising yourself or as a group of you as a cow. I don't know if all three of you could fit. Well, I guess you're a gnome, so yeah, all three of you could fit into the size of a cow.
Oh God, that's pretty awful.
Moo.
If you wanted to do
Yeah.
that, that is an option. There are multiple ways you could go that. I don't know what all you have access to, but it is definitely something that you could do. There are multiple ways. You could like shape stone to make a cow and then use minor illusion to make it look like a cow. To like
What do I get?
make the outside. You could have two people using minor illusion just in general to make one make you guys look like a cow, the other to make the sound of a cow. And then you guys wouldn't necessarily have to be inside of something. You could physically construct something that looks like it, and then again use spells and magic or even like camouflage tricks to make it look like an actual cow. You have a lot of different options. Just let me know how you want to do it, and I'll tell you what sort of rolls you'll need to make.
We also do not have to go with the Trojan horse method.
Sure.
I just throwing it out there.
If that's what you decide to, just let me know how you want to go about it, and I can tell you what sort of rolls you need to make.
That sounds fun. Let's build. Legos.
Build with Lego. Plural of Lego is Lego.
Yes, how would we do this? Do we persuade a cow? Is there any cows around?
If you go back to the field, they're out grazing, yeah.
Can you
So we
speak
get a
to the
cow in here.
cows?
We can hide behind a cow. And prestidigitation hide us?
Well, prestidigitation wouldn't specifically, but you could stealth. Again, minor illusion to put something in between you. Prestidigitation's not going to give you any sort of thing to make
No
you
cloaking
invisible.
or anything.
Right,
Okay.
right.
That's right.
You could change your color. You could change the color of like your cloak to match the cow's body with
Yes.
prestidigitation. That is something you could
Yes.
do, and like tie yourself to the belly, all like the Odyssey or something.
We're doing that. Let's do it.
This is beautiful, but also at the same time, this is such a bad
Yes.
idea.
Do it.
I
I
love
earn
it.
into the cow.
Again, I'm throwing out possible ways to make your thing work. I'm not telling you any of them are a good idea.
It's just like strap me to the side of the cow.
Hang on for dear life. Okay. Okay.
They're just watching them. You're out. They're gonna what they want to do magic wise. So I know nothing.
Sure.
Let's see, what can thaumaturgy do again? Do voice boom, flames flicker, do harm streamers. There are cows of various fur color.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah. They're not all like black and white milk cows or anything. Yeah, there's the standard variety. There's brown cows. There's black cows. There's
Would you say that there is a cow similar to the color of mud?
sure.
And since this will be happening at night, Ernan could theoretically just cover himself in mud, and if tied to the cow, blend in.
Yes. Yes.
And pray.
So we're gonna get a few cows.
Okay.
Yes.
You're definitely gonna depend if you're wanting them to do specific things. You're going to need someone to convince them. If you're just hanging on to them, you don't have to do anything like that.
I want to persuade him to lay down, and then I'm gonna cloak with my cape.
Well, we should
Drape it
probably
over
figure
it.
out like what time it is right now. Figure out
Yeah.
how long we need to.
Right. How
'Cause
long
if
can
we
we
do
do
this too
this?
early, you're gonna be sitting here for a while.
You guys
Right.
can choose to pass time. I mean, it's been 20 minutes in real time, probably plus another 5 minutes for the cart ride out and the cart ride back. So 30 minutes is all. It's only like 3:30 in the afternoon, maybe 3:40.
Yeah, we don't have to immediately act, but
Yeah.
having a plan is.
All right, I just wanted to make sure like we weren't going ahead and enacting said plan right now.
No,
But we can also fast forward at any point whenever you want to a point you
Yeah,
want to, because
okay.
you guys have freedom to do that sort of thing. You're planning things out, but whenever you're ready, you can be like, okay, and we just wait around chatting until whatever time.
All right, so what? You two are going to tie yourselves to the cattle, yes? That's what you're doing.
I just thought about that again. Maybe it's not a good idea because they're coming for the cows, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna get swooped up in some air or something. That happens.
Just see
So-
Grandpa just get flown away.
Let's just corral some in, right? Persuade them to come in and hang out, and we're gonna hide as best as we can and use stealth.
Well, speaking of the magic spells, if you could, I guess, if we could just make illusions of the cows, and then we wouldn't have to actually like put any in harm's way, potentially.
I can
Well,
use
that-
silent image,
Yeah.
Because
Right?
depending
Yeah.
on what
Yeah.
it is,
Absolutely.
having
yeah.
having real cows in the fray would also add complications later.
all right. I got something for that.
I was about to say, I am a cleric. I can heal and buff, and that's about it.
I can heal the cows after they get maimed. It's what my brain went to.
Okay, well, I'm the muscle, so
I do not know what our magical nepo baby can do. Respectfully, that is the best way I can describe a sorcerer.
let's see. I know they've got Randall has a a wolf, a magic wolf.
Mm-hmm.
I got something better.
I don't know. The other old wizard was the one dropping fireballs, so I don't know what else they can do.
Right.
You did also see him create a swarm of meteors around his head at one point.
That he did that too. Yes,
Yeah.
it was
Oh.
very, very impressive.
That was awesome.
Randall, my boy, what tricks have your nature taught you through time?
I would like to use my silent image and have a cow just roaming around in a little. So he'll be in about some area, just roaming.
Yeah, you can have him within a
Silent.
15-foot area as far as how he
Nice.
can move around in. So.
All right. Awesome.
And I can thaumaturgy the voice.
Yep.
Cow noises, sleep noises.
Moo.
All right, well then we've got our
Moo.
plan.
Hyper realistic lips. Hyper realistic human lips on the cow. Moo.
God.
With all this extra time, Ernan would like to actively blend himself in with a pile of hay, as he has a 0 in dexterity.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say you have time to take a 10 on this, which means, or you even take a 20. So you can take 10 minutes to do something. You take a 10. You can take an hour to take a 20, which counts as rolling a 20, but not a critical.
Yeah.
So I will allow you to take either of those options for anything you're doing to hide and set up for this, for any
I'm gonna
rolls,
take him.
including hiding, Fenrin.
Howard.
Yes, I'm absolutely gonna hide. I don't need a fucking 4 for this.
So yeah, if you guys take a full hour to get set up, and of course it doesn't necessarily take you the full hour to do it, but it takes you an hour to do it. So it's like making sure everything looks just right with conveying with each other takes you the full about an hour's worth of time to do it, and then you get the equivalent of rolling a nat 20 without the critical bonuses or anything.
Hell yeah.
Thank God. Oh, because I also have disadvantage to stealth to begin with. So.
Well, again, you get to
you
count it as
fail.
rolling a 20,
Yeah.
so you don't have to worry about that if you take a full hour to set up and hide.
Nope, I was just reaffirming that I really need to do this.
Oh, thank God. The last time I tried to help someone with chainmail stealth, it didn't quite go that well.
Listen, it went mostly well. His sword was just barely sticking out, that's all.
That was before I helped him. After I helped him, we were over there squabbling behind a crate.
So yeah,
And
you
then
guys.
I'm sorry to say that doesn't sound like helping.
It's because even though I helped him, he still didn't do better.
So yeah, you guys take your hour. You guys can take again. You've got until night, so there's plenty of time. You set up. From what I understand, Ernan, you're hiding in the hay. What about Finn? How are you hiding? Are you in the hay as well? Are you like up in the rafters? Are you just pressed up behind the door? How do you want to go about hiding?
Let's see. How tall are the rafters? How high is that?
It's a standard barn, so probably somewhere between 10 and 15 feet up.
Let's see.
It would only be
Is there an
minimal
easy way
voltage.
down, or is it just like a matter of jumping?
I mean, you'd be jumping down into hay.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't make you worry about damage because there is so much hay here. You could set up above where the cow's bedding is.
Yeet. I'll be in the rafters.
Cool. And is Randall Fred setting up to hide, or is he just gonna try to hide inside his illusion?
No, I will not hide an illusion, but I will be hopefully behind something not dirty.
Behind something not dirty. Well, it is a ranch, and this is a cow barn.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the one hiding behind the door.
So there is the cleanest thing you could find would put you inside a tack room, which still has a dirt floor, but the cows wouldn't be in there ever because it's got a small doorway. But you wouldn't be able to see out into the field from there. Otherwise, you could just press up behind the door instead of being where you can. But again, you'll still
There we go.
have to peek out. So okay, works for me. So you guys get set up, and it's slowly, the sun sets off in the distance. Very beautiful sunset over the multitude of hills. You see some of the light reflecting off from the mountains to the north, just at the very edge of the periphery. The moon starts to rise. The fields start to get that nice silver glow to them. You have your fake cow, faking its grazing. Thaumaturgy is going off to make it go moo, chomp, 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 moo. How much has Ernan worked with cows?
I would say Ernan has probably been around and seen many varieties of cattle as he has traveled all over this world,
Okay.
and deeply respects all of its creatures.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you I'm not gonna, if you're knowledgeable enough, I'm not gonna make you make any sort of role to play it, to do a performance. You're just mimicking the sounds that you heard earlier, and you kind of get the cadence down, and for it looks pretty authentic. As the moon is high and everything is well lit, you're going to notice the field gets brighter. It's starting to look, it's still silvery white light like you see coming off of the moon, but it's starting to have the intensity and brightness of the sun. It almost looks like a white daytime out there. It's off-putting to your eyes, but it does happen gradually enough that it doesn't like blind you. After a while of this occurring, you see all of the grass start to point straight upward, as if instead of the wind blowing it sideways, it is pushing it straight up. After a few moments, the light disappears, and you're going to hear something settle down on the ground. It sounds very similar to when you hear an airship landing, but it has an extra heavy.
It's a fucking UFO.
There's
Fucking aliens.
extra
Those are
heaviness.
UFOs.
Yeah, I laughed when you said UFOs. I had to mute my mic for a moment. You hear it. It's extra heavy, and as you hear something shift, it sounds like metal on metal, but it's out of sight from where you're at. After a few moments, you see several red-skinned creatures come into view. They have an amphibious look with long bladed hands. They have digigrade legs, which bend back like you see on like a satyr or whatever, but they end in almost dragon-like feet. Their head reminds you of a salamander, but with crocodilian teeth. Along their back is a line of osteoderms that come into hard points like you would see on a crocodile. Their slit eyes scan, and they scratch their heads as they look at the illusory cow, and you can hear them asking something. You can definitely tell it's a question. Something is not right to them. They're not understanding something, like something's off, and now they are looking around to try to understand. One of them approaches and walks straight through the cow as it tries to interact, and they all kind of stand up with surprise. This occurs about the time that you get to see that there are several of them in the field. You can interact before they touch the cow if you want, but I mean, that's what is going. They're going towards the cow.
Okay, well, I know what they are in game even because you said I heard of them.
Yeah,
Um,
but your allies may not, and so I don't know how you're going to convey this information without.
I'm thinking.
No.
Was my description good enough for you, by the way? I mean, I guess you were immediately able to identify what it was.
Oh, as soon as I heard the word red, I knew.
Now I'm curious how knowledgeable Dreams is to if he understands what's actually happening here specifically. But that's a future question.
Who has seen the movie Alien?
Yes.
The one with Sigourney Weaver?
Yeah.
Aliens.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah. Just keep that in mind.
Oh no, this is horrible.
Oh.
They don't look like that, by the way. Hold on. Let me
No.
I played for hands and that was enough. I was like, Jesus.
if give it a moment and look at the stream. I have pulled up a picture of what these things look like.
Oh, here we go.
Fucking UFOs
UFOs.
and DP.
Oh, slimy bastards.
Cow killers.
Slippery. They're gonna get.
Already.
So that's what they look like.
Oh, those are cool.
Oh, this is
I
kind of cute.
They're kind of cute. I agree.
I
persuade 'em.
I knowing that these fuckers are dumber than bricks.
The question is, are they dumber than Finn? Because Finn has
I
not had
would
a good
hope
track
not.
record so far.
I would like to use Sacred Flame to have the radiance look like it is coming off of their own ship. That is
So
hurting them.
yeah. So you can't see the exact position of their ship. How are you wanting to do that? Because it did land off to the side. Like you can't see it through the open bar. They walked in from off stage, so to speak, into view. If you guys are sitting in the audience, from your hiding spots.
Okay. Well then.
Like I don't hate that idea. I just want to know if that's what you want to do, how you want to go about doing it.
I think I'm gonna do my other plan of switching my thaumaturgy to have like mundane conversations happen at like the edge of a tree line.
Okay, sure. And just so you know, this is the super nondescript background sound you hear in like all of the white noise conversation. That's what that will sound like. So it won't sound like actual
peanut
words.
gallery?
Yeah, so it's not like words. It just sounds like people's voices saying mumble, 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 back and forward, which is more than enough to convince people there's a crowd conversing. But it's the sort of thing that breaks down under scrutiny. So that's how that thaumaturgy works. I just want you to be aware of it. It's probably a good idea. I just want you to know exactly how that one works.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna try that to see if I can convince them that they're just innocent bystanders in the woods that they can go after.
Yeah. Let me... Where'd my dice? There it is. All right. What's the thaumaturgy? Thaumaturgy has a DC for that, right? Technically, for immediately identifying it as a fake thing. I think. I have a feeling they miss anyways, but
I do not see a DC in the spell description.
let me see. Apply magical effects. So, okay, you are correct. It is within 30 feet of you, though. 30 feet, 10 yards. That's definitely going to still be within the cow field.
Could I do other side of the barn?
Yeah, absolutely. That'll work.
Weird.
Yep, that'll work.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you without any... Oh, and it does have a verbal component. You can whisper it. I'm not saying the enemies are going to hear it, but your allies are going to hear it. What's your verbal component sound like whenever you do this?
Praise be the worm.
Okay, so you hear praise be the worm, and then it goes from moo, moo to ba 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 from behind the barn now. And all of the things stop before they touch the cow, and they all turn. and they all start to walk around the barn to go investigate. None of them stay behind. It's like that whole lemming thing where like one starts and they all follow him.
After like I know they walked out of like
Sightline.
eyesight,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pop my head out and just be like do the like no bad.
You just doing like the cross arms, like no, stop.
And yeah, that's about all I can do as a cleric.
So yeah,
You two,
you guys,
do what you will with that
you guys
energy.
will see Erden pop up, and he's just like crossing his arms and shaking his head violently. No. So how do you two react to this? You have seen the same. Well, okay. So I will say for Randall Fred, he doesn't see them at first. He sees them as they circle around to go investigate the muttering. But go on, Finn.
I was gonna say, would I have line of sight? Because I'm in the rafters.
Yeah. So you're far enough back. You can see them walk up to the cow and then start to walk around whenever he does that.
Okay.
Moo. Ba 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 ba.
Can I signal for like Randallfeld to just be like, drop the cow, drop the cow?
You just do that thing where you like you bring your you wave your hand side to side in front of your neck, like that cut it out sort of motion.
Yeah.
All right. Disengage.
Yep. So you disperse the cow. Part of me was really hoping you were going to tie yourselves to the cows, by the way, because that would have been funny. Sorry, go on, Finn.
I know. No, you're good. I was gonna say, I know jumping down's not gonna be quiet, but is there a ladder that I can kind of?
Yeah, there'd be
climb
a
down?
ladder out there for them to do repairs and stuff. Yeah, there would definitely be one.
All right, cool. I'm gonna slowly climb down the ladder and make my way over to Ernan and like do the no hand the hand thing and just be like, why? In a whisper, very quiet, just like, what's wrong?
Yeah. So you do like the shrug thing, like what's up, sort of like that sort of motion. Cool.
Yeah.
This is when Ernan will very quickly elaborate and describe what essentially is the chest bursters from Aliens.
There is an ice cream truck coming by my house, so I'm sorry if you guys hear random music suddenly.
Oh, it's making its way around town.
Oh. Anyways, sorry, go on. So yeah, so how do you want to describe that? Because obviously you can't be like, oh, it's the chest bursters from Alien.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ernan's gonna be like, if they stab you, their kids explode out of your chest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
no.
bad things happen. As far as Ernan knows, there is no cure.
Oh.
Sure. I don't know that your roll was high enough to know whether or not there was, so Ernan's knowledge is literally that if it happens, you're going to die from something ripping out of your chest, so...
Yeah, that's a little spooky.
Oh.
I think they hate fire. That's like, I feel like that's all that Ernan would have like time to say.
Well then. Finn is definitely recalculating.
Yeah, and you have a little bit of time. Like
I'll also say they're called slod.
yeah, you can. Oh yeah, if you want to make a, he can tell you they're called slod, so you can make a knowledge. Oh, what are my options here? I'll say you can make a knowledge arcana check to see if you know about the slods.
Ooh, I'll do Arcana.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
perfect.
all
16.
16. So you know that you've heard of them. And that all you know about them though is that they do come to the material plane to lay eggs, but you don't even know like how their eggs are done and stuff. You're pretty sure, Finn, that he is telling you scary stories again, but now they're in front of your eyes. So now you have to reconcile with you have just met the Tooth Fairy.
now it's just like, do I like? What? I'm wearing leather armor. Touch his chest. How confident do I feel right now?
Also, I would also no, even better. You didn't just meet the Tooth Fairy. You just saw a UFO landing in real life.
Yeah.
Because like this is beyond that. This is like someone telling you, "Oh yeah, aliens are real," and you're like, "Uh huh," and then you see an alien, you're like, "Oh,
I know it.
This isn't
Was
supposed
it
to
crazy?
happen.
Yeah. Finn, they can stab through plate mail.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
It's not supposed to. I believe a gentle hand can teach a lot of things. We do not have time for a gentle hand. Does our friend Randall Fred know Fireball?
I don't know if he. I don't. The other wizard we were with knew Fireball. Maybe he knows Firebolt. I don't know.
he does know Firebolt." You do know he knows Firebolt because you did see him
He
use
does.
that.
He does know Firebolt though.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Dreams,
Okay.
do you want to have an actual knowledge arcana check here to see what you know specifically about the slots, since you now know like what you can recollect about them specifically?
Sure. I'm gonna rub my hand and give me guidance.
I'll pat you on the back again.
Uh, that is an 8.
I cursed you this time.
Okay, so no new information. I was going to give you like let you know specifically like resistances and knowledges if you could get high or resistances and weaknesses if you rolled high enough. But that was what that was going to be for.
If we can get them into the barn and Randall Feld out, we light the barn on fire.
All right.
Take it with them.
Okay. I'll go talk to Randall if you want to try to make way out of here.
This is scorched earth time.
Ooh.
These are intergalactic cockroaches on steroids. And Ernan's just gonna like shimmy away.
All right, so are you guys
Do
going to be?
they?
So you're stepping out. Are you sneaking out, or are you just like taking off in a sprint and not being quiet?
I'm sneaking my way over to Randall.
Okay, while you're still doing stuff in the barn, I'm not going to make you make new rolls because obviously there's a fake talking sound. But whenever you guys start to exit the barn, I need to know how you're going to go about it. See what sort of rolls I want you to make.
I'll be trying to like go through the piles of hay into the field where hopefully there's a bit more like hay piled up.
This is a well-grazed field. This place,
Okay.
once you're in this field, it's pretty empty. Oh no, or you guys went to the inner one. Actually, the grass is tall enough for you. You'll gain advantage, so you'll lose your disadvantage because the grass here is as tall as you. Because you guys went back to the actual one where they had been homing them, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah. You'll lose your disadvantage due to the height of the straw here, or the grass here.
Ernan's gonna rub his hat again. And you cursed me.
Is that higher than an
No.
11?
No, I have a +0.
Oh no.
So as you guys are, like, as you're going over to get Randall Fred and tell him that you're doing Scorched Earth, you just hear chink 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 chink. Very familiar sound to you as someone trying to move quietly in very loud metal armor. You've encountered this once before.
You have cursed me.
The first time I did it, it went well.
I think there was just an adjustment period.
I didn't even touch you this time.
Also, as you hear the shifting metal sounds, you will hear something said in a language you don't know from behind the barn.
Oh no.
But okay, so you both will hear him going as he walks out. So now Randallfred is turned all the way to look directly at Finn as Ernan shifts his way out noisily.
I'll just look at Randall, but like, Scorched Earth, if you've got fire, use it.
Fire.
Fire, yes.
Ball.
If you've got
Fireball.
fireball, that's perfect.
Bolt.
Oh. We'll settle for bolt.
Yes.
We should probably get out of here.
Tasha's caustic brew.
I didn't ask how big the room was. I didn't ask if we had finished evacuating the orphans. I said I cast fireball.
I will look for another place to hide.
Okay. Out in
If
the...
they heard Ernan and they're coming back around.
Yes, you can feel pretty confident about that.
What do I have in my arsenal? Well, I've seen the woe.
I'll let you know at this point, just as a freebie, if you rolled the dice again, it would probably just be woe. There's no more wheel based on decisions made. But of course, that part can't be known. There was definitely a bunch of wheel possibilities. All right. So yeah, you can, again, the grass, you're a little tall to just walk through the grass, but you could crouch down in the grass pretty easily. I want to let you know, Ernan, as you step out to your left, you see a large metal container. It looks like a giant potato spud that has some sort of hatch door opened on the side. It is not like a what you would imagine for like a flying saucer. It looks almost like those campers with no windows on it.
Okay.
So that's what you heard set down over there.
Well, I could do. That's my only chance. Okay.
But so Finn, how are you walking out? And when you walk out, you will also see said giant metal, pill-shaped thing.
I'm not leaving the barn.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
kind of finding a new place to hide inside of the barn, probably closer to the entranceway, so I can see when they come around.
Okay, cool. That works. And Randall, Fred, what are you physically doing?
Preparing to shoot firebolt on him.
Okay. All right. So as things, if it happens, all right. So they step their way around. They come back and they clearly they're doing the thing where they're like taking their long claws and just shearing the grass as they're looking for Ernan. They're not super observant of the barn. They can just tell something's out here making noise. And they do notice that the cow is gone, so they seem angry. They don't seem to understand what's going on. Like they have that sort of disgruntled sort of thing as they're ripping through the grass. And you can see that there's a total of 4 of them at this side. You had seen 6 total originally, so you don't know where the other 2 are.
How far from us are they?
They're a good, well, if you're right up against the door, they're probably a good 20 feet away from you.
Damn.
Unless you want it to be further, and then we can make it further. Again, it's a barn, so depending on where you're hiding and whatnot, it's hard to say for sure.
When
But most barns are deeper than they are wide, so.
Okay.
when they are in a 15-foot radius of me, I would like to trigger an action.
Okay. I will let you prepare an action, and we'll see what the other 2 have in store in case they do stuff before they get that close to you.
So, I definitely don't. Knowing what Ernan told me about getting stabbed, close combat does not seem favorable right now. So crossbow, but I know that's 80 to not be at disadvantage.
That I don't think that's right. I think that's your.
Oh, hold on, let me see. I thought because the first number is 80 and then it's 320. I thought if it was under 80, it was at disadvantage.
No, if it's past 80, it's at disadvantage for being outside of your standard range.
Oh, okay.
The second one is your maximum range. Your first one is the thing, but there is a close range, and I think it's 10 feet though.
Okay. So then, yeah, then I will pull out my crossbow and
10 feet, yeah. So anything within 10 feet of you will give you disadvantage.
Okay. So then, yeah. Okay, no, yeah. I will definitely pull out my crossbow then, and do I have a reasonable idea of where Ernan is, or is that just?
Yeah, you can hear where he is.
Okay. Then I'm gonna try to shoot one of them to see if I can kind of distract from him a little bit.
Yep. I will say after this shot, Randall will have an action, and then we will be rolling for initiative. But you guys will still get a surprise round on top of this. Or they will be considered surprise until they get their spot on the initiative.
Right.
So my prepared action wouldn't go off before initiative.
It depends on how close Fen lets them get to you. Like
I
if
will.
he didn't say he was doing anything out loud, so
Yeah.
But I also don't know how close you would let them get anyways, so that way you have.
Yeah. I don't want them getting within 5 feet of him, for sure.
Sure.
Do they look like they have longer arms?
They have long for their body arms, but they look like they have the same reach as a person, more or less. Like a person with a weapon would reach as far as this would with its claws.
Okay. So I would probably not let them get.
Within 5 feet, for sure.
Yeah, not probably not within 10.
Okay. So if you're letting them get within 15, then yes, Ernan, you could do your action before the shot, or at the same time the shot is fired.
Cool. I'm gonna drop Spirit Guardian on myself.
Okay. So then how this is going to happen is they're going to step within range, the arrow is going to be fired, and in that moment, Ernan just finishes his spell and summons the Spirit Guardian. At the same time, Randall Fred, if you have an action you would like to perform, you can do it as well.
Yes. So if I put up silent image, am I still behind the door, right?
Yeah, you're still behind the door.
So can I still show the door shut and still see through it?
I think you cannot see through it, but let me double
Okay.
check.
I know I was trying to read it right now.
Because I think it's a proper full illusion for everyone,
Okay.
but let me make sure.
So if you could see through it, that's pretty cool.
Okay. Okay. So technically, there is a way you can see through it. If you cast
Awesome.
it, and then you can make the save against your own spell.
Let's do it.
So you'll have to you'll have to roll an intelligence investigation against your own spell DC, and if you succeed, you can see through your own illusion.
Okay.
So yes, that's how that we'll handle that.
So intelligence. Let's do it.
Yep.
Let me go back.
And I don't know what your spell DC is. You should have that written down. So I will trust you on it. Go away, Ice Cream Man. Sorry, go on.
Nailed it.
You did good, Randall.
Beautiful.
Send him to my house.
So yes, if closed door appears, you can see through it. Now Finn, I need you to make the save as well to see if you can see through it.
Oh God.
You will
What
get
if
your
it
you
doesn't
will get your arrow shot first, but after that, it'll look like the door just suddenly slid shut. If you don't make this intelligence
what?
is investigation.
My intelligence is. Okay, investigation. That's a 10.
10. I bet that doesn't break his DC. What's your spell save DC?
Save spell?
Yeah, what's the spell save DC for that?
Let's see.
It should just be on your character sheet. It's not tied to the spell itself. It should just be a flat number.
Oh, I gotta find it. I don't know. DC.
It's normally right next to the spell attack. It's normally in the same area as that. You're using Beyond, right? I don't know how.
Yes.
Let me look at Beyond and see if I can find it real quick. Where it is on there.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I just don't
Hey,
use it, so I don't know.
It's usually like 8 plus proficiency bonus, and then whatever the modifier is for it.
So, if you go to your spell tab on your character sheet, it should tell you.
Yeah, but I think that's the correct
in the
math
top
equation. Yes.
Save
No.
DC?
Yep.
16.
A 10
16.
probably is not going to be
Okay,
it.
so no, 10 will not beat it. 16. So after you've shot your arrow, suddenly the door slams shut. You just assume he has used magic to shut the door.
Darn it.
Oh,
Which-
great. Now I'm going to have to run outside.
Which is going to be more funny because you're going to go up and you're going to try to slide it open and your
Open
hands.
the door. There's nothing there. It's like,
All
why
right.
can't I get the doorknob?
All right.
Well, that's okay. A 15-foot angelic serpent, 15-foot tall angelic serpent appears, and I need all of them to make
Is it dex saving?
I'm trying to see. Wisdom.
Wisdom. Oh, that's better for you.
Oh, it's a lot better, probably.
All right, so the first one has a 10, the second one has a 17, the third has a 6, and the fourth has a 15.
Um, so 2 of them save.
Okay. That's
so 2
2
of
and
them will
4.
take half damage.
Alrighty.
And then they all have their movement speed halved.
Okay. And what is the... How does this spell? Is it a verbal, somatic?
It is. I closed it so I could go to the dice.
You're
link.
good. I'll just pull it up. Guardian Spirit is
Verbal somatic.
so yeah, you do words and stuff.
Praise be the worm.
Yep. And you're no longer hidden when you do that because it's kind of big and grandiose. Obviously, the snake appears around you anyways, but all right.
Wow.
Oh,
Well, it's the seven's nice. The seven's nice.
there's 2 1s though.
What type of damage is it? Is it radiant damage?
It is radiant.
Okay.
And then
Oh, actually, they have advantage against magic. So I'm just gonna re-roll the 2. I bet that's not gonna be any better, but oh, one of them's better. So 1 more saved. That's okay.
Oh,
okay, so 3 take 5 and 1 take 9.
Yep. The one that's closest to you takes the 9 for what it's worth. Your snake, lashes out, smacks them with its open magical fangs. Small little tendrils of other fake little glowing snakes, bind them and slow them down. It's a very, very cinematic spell that appears as you guys watch this ghostly. What color?
Teal green.
So this ghostly teal green serpent bursts from the ground and coils around your ally, and as it does, its head swings out, bringing its fangs through all 4 of these creatures. They don't seem to understand what's going on immediately, but some of them just seem to innately shake it off some. And as the fang touches them, little spectral snakes wrap around their bodies and slow them down.
So also anytime a creature that I do not designate an ally starts their turn in, they have to make another wisdom saving throw.
Perfect. All right, and what? So we have a closed door from Randall Fred. We have an arrow shot. Let's go ahead and do that. And I assume you're doing it on the one closest to him.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and resolve that for me. Let's see it. They are. Okay, it doesn't matter. I was gonna say they are surprised, so you have advantage.
Oh, I'll still roll, see if I can get a nat 20 or a
Yeah,
19.
for sure. Okay.
That's damn 4.
All right. So you shoot this arrow. Thunk.
All right, let's see. So that's gonna be D8.
2 damage.
You son of a bitch.
Hmm.
You get to add your dex.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but still, say it's only going to be 6.
Okay.
So
6 piercing.
Perfect. All right, so now we need some initiative rolls. All right.
Oof.
Are you not going last for once?
I'm not going last.
All right. Ben, what'd you get?
20.
20. Beautiful. Randall, what'd you get?
12.
12. Ernan, what'd you get?
12.
12. I will put you guys on the same initiative. You guys will get to choose each round who goes first, whatever's more convenient for you. So, Finn, you're going to get to act first. And they are still surprised, but there is a door in front of you as far as you are concerned.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So that's earn slash Rian. And then that one. Okay. So yeah, you have you can still, well, if you have any reason to think it's not real, I would allow you to make another check. I don't know if it's done for free though, if there's not a reason.
So I'll probably just have to get up there and try to open it and then realize either my hand's facing through or I can't, and then I'd have a reason to go, something's weird.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, I would go up to the door and try to open it.
Yep, your hand will go through it. You will be at least aware that's an illusion. You can't see through it without making the check, though. So you can, as a... Yeah, so you get to check the investigation for free, though, so you don't have to use up an action to do so. So you're going to use your movement, you're going to walk up to it, you're going to put your hand through it. Now you can, without making any action, attempt to see through it again with another investigation. Otherwise, you're going to have to step through to see.
All right, that's fine. Let's see. Come on. Oh, yes. Oh, wait, I still don't think that's enough. That's just a flat 13.
And what was I don't remember what it was.
16.
16. Okay, so
yeah, nope.
So yeah, you can't see through it. You are aware it's an illusion, but you can't see through it. You'll have to step through.
Can I just poke my head through?
yeah, absolutely.
All right, then yeah, I'll just lean forward enough to poke my head through.
Yep.
And I will shoot again at the one I shot prior.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You have advantage. They're still surprised, remember?
Oh. Okay. So then, good.
You're cursed.
So that's an 11 to hit?
I don't believe 11 hits, but let me double check. It does not.
All right, cool. I'm gonna use my second attack.
Mm-hmm.
Does that still have advantage?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a 19. That's an improved crit.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
All right. So I've already explained how my crits work. You get one at full, and then you roll your second one, so you automatically get. What's your die on that one?
It's a D8.
So you'll get 8 plus your dex plus your roll plus your dex.
Okay. So roll is a 3. So then 8 is 9, 10, 11. And then my dex is 4. So 15?
Plus another 4 for 19.
Oh, so then 19.
Nice. Very good. Very good.
Flawed.
Not quite. Unfortunately, not quite. It's very close.
Let's see here.
I won't tell you how close, but it's close.
Well,
Anything?
Given the way, ooh, part of me says I should do my action surge to go ahead and see if I can take this motherfucker out.
no, I can't say anything. Never mind.
It would just be nice to have one completely down, but no, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna duck back behind the door.
Okay, so you duck your head back behind the door. And that's your action, bonus action, and move, so that's all you've got?
Yep.
All right. So the ones that can see through the door and that are in the field, first off, are going to see the wounds slowly close around the arrows in it on the one that was just shot. And then your guardian is going to reach out and bite at it.
Yeah. So wisdom saving throw for each of them that are taking this current turn.
So 3 of them, they have advantage each. So this one has a 16. That's the one that's in front of you. The one next to it got a 17. And the third one has a 7.
Okay, one of them takes 10 and 2 take 5.
Okay. That's number... The second one that succeeded is this one, so he takes 5.
Oh wait, I thought this was a surprise round.
It is?
Do they still move in a surprise round?
No, they don't move.
Okay.
But they do their passive ability, which is closing their wounds, does still happen on their surprise round.
Yes. Okay.
So that is what I was doing there. And those 3 are no longer surprised. And now it's Ernan and Randallfred's turn.
What do I have that hopefully has AoE?
And if there's a way you guys want to order it between you two that gives you advantages, feel free to switch it up so the one who has it, can create the advantage goes first. It doesn't matter which way, just you guys are acting on the same initiative.
Right. Mm.
Has has the one that has been wailed into taken its turn yet?
Yes. So it is no longer
Okay.
surprised.
But it is still standing.
It is still standing. Its wounds healed at the same time. Like at the very beginning of its turn, the first thing that happens is it restores some of its HP.
I know what I would like to do, Renfeld, but if you have a plan, I would be more than happy to let you go first.
Well, that's on fireball them all.
All right, how many?
Firebolt.
Let's see. How many firebolts do you get at this level? You get 2, I think.
But I'm going to use some of my sorcery points and twin the spell.
Okay. No, it's just a higher damage. So you're going to throw 2, and you have 2d10 damage on each. Okay, so make your attack rolls. There is one that's surprised. That still seems in its surprise round. If you want to target that one, so you have advantage on it, just so you know, with one of your bolts.
Oh yeah.
Like we can assume that you're targeting the one that's really beat up and the one that's still surprised. I think would be a safe assumption here. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
I got 12.
12. You'll miss the one that you don't have advantage on. Go ahead and roll your advantage attack on the other one. So, Beautiful. Same thing with the crit. So you're going to do 20 plus 2d10 damage to this guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know which one the d10 is?
Oh shoot! I'm so sorry. Which one was that?
It's the
It's
blue
the fourth one on the
diamond
left.
one. Yeah. So you
Fourth
need,
one.
Yep. So
Roll it.
and you roll 2 of them.
Oh. Roll it.
Okay, so that's 16 damage, or 26 damage halves to 13. As you can see, the fire strikes this one. It seems to not fully impact, like it partially fizzles as it strikes their body.
Yeah.
But it still hurts. It still impacts pretty hard.
Fire.
Okay, and one of your bolts missed. Okay, and so what else would you like to do? Also, I would like to point out that at this point, there's definitely no question about that being an illusion. I know you already know, but you definitely know now as you see 2 firebolts just shoot straight through it. And you hear one impact something, and one probably landed in the middle of the grass field somewhere. Luckily, this isn't like dry, dead grass.
Thank goodness.
Would you like to move? Do a bonus action of any sort?
Let's see. Let me see.
You're
Okay,
Ghosts?
I'm gonna do use sorcery point
uh-huh.
to twin that.
You already
do that?
You already did that. That's how you got the 2
Okay,
lunges.
so
Yeah,
never
yeah,
mind.
Yeah.
I think I'm good.
I didn't know if
Let's
you, because I wasn't sure if you were going to summon your shadow hound again.
You know what?
Because that was a bonus action, wasn't it?
Yes.
You don't have to. I just didn't know if that was something you wanted to do.
Let's release the wolf.
Okay.
Hound.
Which one would you like to stick it on? The one that's the most beat up, the one that you actually hit, or one of the other 2?
One that's most beat up.
One that's most beat up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that comes in. What's the initiative on that one? Do you remember where that one comes in at?
I forgot this one. Shoot.
X-Blade Shadow Hound.
Houndaville Omen. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. 60 feet, target. Yeah, so just trying to see where it comes in on the initiative. I know it acts on its own, automatically attacking unless you tell it to move specifically. Merges 3/4. The hound can't be seen by sure side affected by light. The target is big. So it is. So you okay? So as your bonus action, you can command it to. Oh no, it automatically attacks. Okay, so it's on your initiative. So it will also get a turn now on your guys' initiative.
Nice.
And it uses what stat block again? Is it just the wolf?
Yeah, the wolf. Uh-huh.
Okay. Wolf 5e. Okay. So it gets to attack. Also, now anyone who is next to this, which was going to be Ernan, will have advantage on attacks against its target, which is the one that you've already been beating up. And it will have disadvantages if it tries to attack you while you're standing next to the wolf.
Oh, thank God.
The wolf does not get advantage, though. But its attack is +4. 16 will hit, and it does 2d4 damage. For 6 damage.
Thank-
Oh man, it's back to the point of almost being dead.
Yeah.
All right, so that's your action. Bonus action. Did you want to move anywhere?
No, I'll stay right there.
Perfect.
Alright. Now it is my turn, and since I have advantage on this fucker, I'm gonna inflict wounds.
Yeah. Okay. Roll with advantage. Unless this is a save.
Get him,
but-
Arnon.
15.
15 is enough.
Yay!
Yeah.
And this is
That's
necrotic
17
damage.
necrotic.
Necrotic. Okay, and it dies.
Yeah.
It turns to ash.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yep.
Nope. Back. Stay away.
So yeah, you guys watch as this pure support cleric, as he said, just reaches up, touches this thing, and it poofs into a pile of ash.
Yeah. Poof.
All right. Would you like to make a bonus action or a movement action of any sort?
I am double checking what bonus actions I have.
Also, what did you yell? What is your verbal for inflict wounds? Is it just die, motherfucker?
In a Samuel L. Jackson impersonation of "Die, motherfucker." let's see. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna stay next to this wolf that gives things disadvantage if it tries to hit me.
Yeah, for sure. And once again, I'm going to bend the rules a little. I'm just going to assign it to the next enemy because I don't like that your wolf is going to disappear immediately after you summon it otherwise. Is that all right with you?
Yeah.
Okay. We had this happen last time too, where he summoned it and then his target immediately died, so it was going to disappear immediately. And I'm like, that doesn't feel fair.
Okay. Yep. That is the end of my turn as well. So.
All right, the last of them gets to act, and you see its wounds closing. But you get to do your guarding spirit on it.
Yep. Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw for a 14.
God, it has a plus to wisdom. Shit.
Oh no, sorry, 12 or 10. I said the wrong thing. 10.
Yeah, it fails.
Sorry.
20 radiant.
20 radiant. Well, it's not looking happy. It's not as dead as the other one was earlier. But the snake again reaches out, snatches at it again. All right, Finn, it is back to you.
All right, we're gonna poke our head back out,
And none of these guys are surprised anymore, so no more advantage. No more advantage.
All right. Is it pretty easy to see which one's the most hurt?
Yes, it is. One of them
Okay.
is clearly more damaged. The other ones, you can see most of the wounds that you already saw on them are gone even.
All right. Well, I would like to go for the one that is the most hurt, and
Yep.
I'll shoot it.
Alrighty. Let's see it.
That's gonna be a 13 to hit.
It does not. The arrow glances off of its leathery hide, does not quite penetrate.
All right. We're gonna try again.
Yep.
I've got a second attack.
Get it.
Yep, that'll be good.
Ooh. Hell yeah. All right. You son of a fucking bitch.
Oh.
All right, so that's gonna be 5 piercing damage.
Okay, well, this one is looking pretty close, though. That's surprisingly as much damage as you guys have piled on. It is looking like it's not long for the world. Would you like to make any sort of bonus actions or movement actions at this point, as this arrow strikes this creature clean in its chest?
I'm just gonna duck back behind the door and pretend like I'm not here.
Alrighty. The next one to act, you will see its wounds entirely finish healing. It is still within the Guardian.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Do 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 13.
Fails. 15 radiant.
Nice, nice. As once again these snake-like fangs rip out and rip through its body, the small ones move around it. It is going to walk 5 feet towards Vernon. Luckily, you have a pack mate, so this has disadvantage as it attacks you with its claws. It makes 2 attacks with its claws. Go on.
I know we'll be able to get to me regardless because it's not very far, but it does have half movement.
Yeah. For what it's worth, its base movement is 30 and it's within 15 feet of you, so.
Yeah.
Oh, Grandpa.
Alright, I assume a 7... 7? No, a 10 does not hit.
No.
Okay, and then its second claw attack is
Nope.
a 9, so it reaches out with its claws, but the ominous shadowy dog kind of pushes into it in a way that makes it miss. You're very thankful for your current dog companion because I'm pretty sure 15s on both of those would have been a lot scarier.
Both would have missed.
Sure,
at
but
15.
much scarier.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely.
Alright, the next one will act. It will restore. All the wounds will close, but the guardian snake will reach out and grab it. And we will make the save. 13.
Fails. 17 damage.
Hell yeah.
Vernon putting in the work.
No. Ouroboros is doing all the work.
Yeah.
This one is going to turn and attempt to attack the wolf, though. And it does not have disadvantage on the wolf. Luckily, the wolf can't be infected, though. Because it's not corporeal. I mean, it's semi-corporeal, but it's not a living wolf. It's a shadowy creature. Okay, so that will hit. Where is your damage, creature? Foul creature! 2d4 plus 3. So 9 damage to the wolf. It is still physical. I don't want to call it alive. It's not really alive, but it still exists. The shadowy hound still exists. And that will be both of their... Wait, they don't have any funny bonus actions I should be using, do they? No funny bonus actions.
Ooh, thank goodness. They don't need it.
they don't need it. They're really good for 3 things. They're kind of, if you couldn't tell, a little resistant to magic. They infect their hosts, and they're really good at healing. And that's about all they're good at. They're not smart. They're not good at planning. They're kind of brutish, you know. All right. So that's those 2, and then it is Erden, Randallfred, and the wolf.
Ooh.
Do we want the wolf to attack first? Do we want something else?
How healthy are the ones next to me looking? Like, are they
The one
bloodied or...
The one that attacked you is on its last legs, but it hasn't acted yet. No, that's not the one that attacked you. I'm wrong. The one that attacked you and the one that attacked the wolf are neither bloodied. Um, the one that hasn't acted yet is the one that looks like it's on its last leg.
I'm going to slap whichever one the wolf is targeting.
Yep.
For advantage.
Yep.
With a 3rd level inflict wounds.
Okay. Yep.
Uh,
Yep. That's good enough. So you reach out, die, motherfucker, again.
Yep.
As you channel 38. Yeah, that's lethal.
Yep.
I will say this time, though, the wolf will disappear because its target has been done. We've already moved the target once, so.
Right.
The target yeah, your target that was your buddy that was beside you vanishes as the creature dies. The shadows dispersing next to you.
Mm. Well, you helped me make 2 piles of ash.
He did.
Thank you, Fido.
The interesting thing is you don't know what makes that creature, so it almost looks like you hit that thing so hard that the wolf died with it.
Right.
You killed your buddy.
Poof.
Poof.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
All right, so that's your action. You still have your bonus and thing. You have killed 2 of these creatures. Any funny haha bonus actions or movement actions you would like to take?
I'm just no, because channel divinity is a full action. Okay.
Beautiful then. Beautiful. We'll just steal that one. All right. Randall Fred, what would you like to do? You've got 2
Firebolt.
living. One of them looks like it's almost dead. The other one looks very healthy. Are you okay? Firebolt?
Yep. I'll twin it again.
Okay, so you'll throw one at each of them.
Yeah.
There is no advantage, so they'll both be base rolls.
Perfect.
Okay, what's your bonus to your attack? I'm sure it's high enough, but I still have to ask.
15.
15, okay, yep, that'll hit. You want to roll damage for that one? 2d10?
2d10.
15. That will put that one down. So there is one left standing, which is also being struck by the other firebolt. So go ahead and roll to attack on this one, d20.
11.
11 will not. So once again, you double throw motes of flame. One really busts into one. It does yeah. So that was 7 damage at half. So that was enough to kill it. Again, it doesn't look like it's fully effective, but it was enough to put it down. And the creature is laying on the ground, a sizzling hole in its chest, and then the other one flies off into the grazing yard way off in the distance. But you did kill the one that hadn't acted yet, so before it could recover, you've managed to burn it away.
Oh, nice. Flame of Unut.
I love it. Do you have any other actions you would like to take besides throwing these firebolts?
No, that's it. I'll stay where I'm at.
Beautiful, beautiful.
We're still in the time frame, right?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Finrin.
All right. I'll pop my head back out, and there's one left, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit that one.
Yeah, I like that. So you've popped your head out once. There was a pile of, like, one of them was gone. You stuck your head out a second time. There was still all of them. You stick your head out a third time, and now there's just one, and there's one that's, like, burning on the ground. It's like, all right.
Progress. Shit's happening. Love to see it. 17 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
All right. That's 9 piercing.
9 piercing. That does a decent chunk. It is bleeding. Ooh, yeah, it's
All
bleeding.
right. We're gonna hit it again.
Okay.
God damn it. 12 does not hit.
Does not hit. So you pull out your crossbow, you chook, pull out a second shot, the second one misses. You probably threw yourself off a little during the reload. Plus you're like sticking your head out to shoot, popping back in. Stick your head out, you kind of lost your target acquisition, arrow misses, you know. But your first one did strike true, probably in the high chest region, again, near the where you would think the organs are, for a pretty decent hit.
So this time it was the reverse. Usually I miss the first shot and then I hit with the second one.
For sure,
so,
for sure.
Surprise. Yeah, then we'll pop back and not here.
Hide behind the doorway again, loading your next arrow
Yep.
for the next round. All right.
Mm-hmm.
This thing will its wounds will start to heal again. I say again, it's constantly healing, but it looks like it's feeling a bit better again. Go ahead and let's do, where's my die roller? There it is. 9, so it's going to fail.
Okay, so 8.
Okay. It definitely seemed to have healed more than you have dealt to it. And
Yeah.
again, it has one clear target in front of it. There's not a whole bunch of other guys around, and they're not smart enough to know where everything's coming from, unfortunately. But, you know, you're probably fine. 11 will miss you. So the first one, it slashes at you, and you just kind of dip your head, and it swings over your head. Oh, yeah, you're fine.
Oh, thank God. I was worried I'd killed Gramps for a second there.
My will's in my pocket.
Finn was starting to regret not going out there this time.
All right, and then after that will be the end of it. But before Ernan and Randall Fred get an action, the other two will come around the other side of the barn, over on the side of the weird space potato. So they are stepping into the scene at this point. But they are now in a surprise round. They don't know what's going on. So Ernan and Randall Fred, you have a turn. There is the one that is bleeding but not dead, and 2 fresh ones that are about 30 feet to your behind you, Ernan. Actually, I think you're the only one who can currently see them because of where they're at.
Since they are surprised and I get advantage, I'm going to
Again, they're about 30 feet over that direction.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a 3rd level guiding bolt.
Okay. All right.
For 19 to hit.
Yep,
So.
19 will hit. And this is radiant, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
For 22 radiant, and the next creature that attacks them has advantage to hit.
Beautiful. All right. So yeah, that one is bleeding from a single shot. Technically it's not, but we'll just say it is because it's 1 HP away from bleeding, so we'll call it bleeding.
Yeah. It is now also glowing.
It is now also
So-
glowing. Yeah, so he went from disintegrating to throwing a bolt that's so bright everyone can see the target easily.
The beacon has been lit.
Because
Condor calls for aid.
And so you guys
Condor.
you guys weren't aware of those two. You just see, well, you don't see anything, Finn. You still can't see through illusion. Randall, Fred, what you see is Ernan turns away from the one that he was fighting, flings out a bolt of magical energy, and now there's a bright glow coming from the left side of the barn.
Yes.
And you are up. You can attack the one you already see. You can attempt to do something to the one that you know exists. You know, you have options now.
Yes. Let's
The next grandpa.
firebolt again.
Okay. Are you doubling in on the one you can already see, or are you going to move so that
Yes,
you can...
I'm gonna use
Okay.
my last sorcery point, unfortunately, but we'll do it.
Okay, double in. So go ahead and roll both attacks. We'll just see if both hit. One will hit, one will miss, I believe.
Darn it.
So 2d10.
Yes, sir. All right.
Ooh, good damage, good damage.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
So he throws out another 2 firebolts. Again, one sails off into the grass. He's got like 3 little burning spots out in the grass. This one gets hit. It is almost downed. Finn,
So close.
you are, unless you either of you want to do a move or a bonus action. I guess I shouldn't cut in before you guys have that option.
No.
We're good. I'm good.
All right, Fenrin, you stick your
Wanna
head
pop our
out.
head back out?
And you're going to
Yee.
see one that is burning, and now you're going to be able to see to your left one that is glowing, and another one next to it that's staring at its glowing friend like, what just happened?
I'm staring at the glowing one. That one calls to me. I'm gonna go for that one.
Okay. You have advantage.
All right.
Yep.
So 15. All right. So that's gonna be a D8. Oh, 12 piercing damage.
All right. Yeah, that's a good hit. It's on its last leg. You feel like a little bit more damage would put it down.
One more.
A decent hit. I will say it is a decent hit. It's not like you could sneeze on it and could die. It would be one good hit. I don't want to give you the wrong expectations here.
Oh no. Like we're still going for it. So
Yeah. It is still in a surprise round, so you have advantage.
Oh. Okay, cool.
It's surprised, I should say.
Let's see.
Okay.
So highest was 13.
13, just shy.
All
The
right,
second
nope, all right.
arrow clinks off the first arrow that is protruding. You're like too good of a shot, you know? Shit.
Okay, so now let's see here. The wolf's not out there, so
No.
Homeboy's out there by himself.
Yep.
I'm I don't want to leave him out there by himself, but also I don't want to get within melee range. So while my head is out, I'm just gonna go like the equivalent of "Hey, na 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 boo boo"
All right.
at the aliens.
You want to roll persuasion or intimidation? I don't care which way you do it, and we'll see if you can draw their attention. It looks as goofy as it sounds. Na 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 na. One of them falls for it.
Let's see.
One of them falls for it.
Well, okay, so if we're going with intimidation, that's a 6.
Okay.
So
Oh, 2 of them fall for it. So na 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 na
he's
na.
not the smartest, but he's a little charismatic.
Then you see, so the way that rolled is the one that was next to Ernan turns, and the one that was next to the glowing guy, so not the glowing one, the one that you had beat up, both turn and look at you.
Yeah.
and then you pull your head back, and now they're all very confused as to how you phase through physical matter.
Excellent. Perfect.
And so now they're finally going to get an attempt to see through the magic. Well, that one sees through
Oh
it.
God.
That one does not. That one got an 8, and this one got the 7. So one of them, the first one, which is the one that's next to Ernan, can now see through the doorway and is staring directly at you. Not that you can tell, but everyone else can see that it is staring directly at you. Which is good because it did fall for your na 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 na.
Yeah.
All right. So that's going to be your action and bonus action. Any movement you would like to make?
I don't know that he sees me, so no, I'm gonna stay right here.
Alrighty. So you pop your head back in. This next one is going to take its turn. Its wounds are healing, but it does get bit by a snake one last time. Also, it's funny that it can't actually make it to Finn this turn, but it can make it to them by running. So
18 radiant.
18 radiant. Actually, let's see. Let me do some math. 33. No. Oh my gosh. It's so close. It's so close. So, it's moved up right next to you. So, Erden, you're going to get an attack of opportunity as this thing turns to dead run towards Finn. Even though it runs in slow motion because it's wrapped in snakes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Swinging the mace at it.
yeah.
Boom. As it goes, you go to crack its kneecap.
2 damage.
2 damage. Oh no.
No.
I got excited when I saw the 3.
Oh, one shot.
Yeah, because mace is a strength weapon.
Oh no.
Oh.
I had thought it was a dex weapon. That is a PC error.
That's hilarious. That, like, again, I was like, yeah, you got 2? Oh. Nope. All right.
3? Yes. 2?
So it's going to double move, and suddenly you're going to see its face through the doorway as it's like invading your space.
Finn's gonna have a mini heart attack for a second.
As it has now walked through walls, which of course has the other 2 very confused because he can't do that. How's he doing that?
Confusion on the field. This is what we live for.
But yeah, you're just like, all right, I'm ready. Oh! Ah!
Alright, change of plan.
All right, the next one we'll get to act. The one that was mostly beat up is still bloody, and it's going to well, okay, so this is an interesting thing I have to figure out. It's just saw its friend walk through, so we're going to have it see if it can see. 14. Was 14 high enough for the DC on the illusion?
Nope.
I don't remember. Okay.
A 16.
I believe Randall
was
said
16.
his DC was
16.
16.
So that means it only has one option, because there's still only one thing it can see on the battlefield. So it is going to run towards Ernan. When they walk into your guardian spirits, do they trigger, or do they have to
Yes,
start?
they
them?
do.
Okay, cool. 10. So that'll be, you'll get to deal your damage.
Damn.
Not quite there. All right, it's running up on you. Well, the first claw rake hits.
Grandpa!
So let's see. This is 11 plus 6, so 17 piercing damage as it slams its claw into you. What is the save here? All right, make a Constitution saving throw for me, please. You're looking for 14.
Oh god.
I have a high constitution. Oh well.
Ooh.
You did it, Grandpa. You did it.
All right. And its second attack on you with its other claw is a +6, so 16.
That's right at my armor. Fuck.
Okay.
Okay.
For 7 damage.
And another constitution.
And another Constitution. Same DC, though.
Oh no.
Okay, so yeah. It claws into you twice. You now know it has put its claws into you. You don't know whether or not the egg has been put inside of you. If you trust in your faith, you're probably feeling safe, but you don't know for sure. All right. The other one is going to move towards the barn because it's pretty sure Ernan is dealt with. By the way, this one hasn't even been hurt yet. It's going to move in, and it also has to double move, but it's going to appear through the doorway right next to you as well, just out of nowhere. So another one just pops up in front of you. This one's beside you. It just first one, woof, ah, ah. All right, but that does take all of its movement to get to you. Like, it has to double move to get to you, so that's all of its actions. So now it's Ernan and Randallfred.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Randallfred, I hope you don't mind me trying to slap this thing to death real quick so I don't die.
Let's do it.
We're gonna go for a second level inflict wounds.
Yeah, let's see it.
Oh no.
The crackling energy gathers in your hand, and you go, and it just kind of like doesn't penetrate its weird magical scales. It's a weird sensation. You've never quite felt this spell fail like this. It's not the same as you're used to.
And as a bonus action, I'll drink a normal health potion I have.
Yep, that's fine by me.
And heal for 8.
Cool. All right, Randallfred, what would you like to do?
Firebolt.
Firebolt. Okay. At which one?
Firebolt.
You've got the one out in the field next to Ernan. You have 2 standing next to Finn. One of the ones next to Finn is you could sneeze on it and it'll die. The other one has no damage on it whatsoever.
Let's do the one that's about to go kaput.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack for me.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, that'll hit. I'm not even going to make you roll damage because it literally has 1 HP remaining. But you can do it if you want. That's fine. So you strike it with this flame. It deals a whole 3 damage because, again, your firebolts seem to not be super effective against it. But it collapses dead. So this thing stuck its head through the wall, got smashed, like the side of its face burned, and then it collapsed at your feet, Finn.
Yeah.
I like this improvement. This is good.
Randallfred, would you like to move or do a bonus action?
Yes, I'm gonna move back just a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
They coming in.
Since they're suddenly now aware of this side of the inside of the barn exists.
This was a calculated risk. It was a bad risk, but it was also worth it.
That's right.
I mean, to be fair, the whole illusion has worked out for way more turns than I anticipated it to.
Right?
You're lucky they have an intelligence score of 7, so they aren't able to just immediately see through the illusion. That really helped out.
Finn's not much better.
All right, so that one is dead. Hooked at your feet. And then we have. Okay, so
I
he
will
moved.
ask real quick.
Yeah.
Is it like a good smell or is it a bad smell?
It would smell probably like overcooked lizard. So if you've ever had roasted lizard and you've had it on the fire for too long, that's what it would smell like.
All right,
Lizard.
probably not.
Lizard,
I was
lizard.
like, it's good barbecue, bad barbecue. It's a bad barbecue.
Yeah, it's overcooked meat. Like it's not like it's so alien that's inherently disgusting because they are made through an organic method using other creatures' flesh, you know. So they do have like actual meat and stuff, but it's overcooked.
All right.
Not immediately making Finn hungry for lizard. Lizard.
No.
All right. Ernan, you did your bonus and your action. Was there any? I assume no, but was there any sort of movement you wanted to do?
And taking an attack of opportunity? No.
Okay. Randall Fred's moved. He's done an action. Was there any sort of bonus action Randall Fred would like to do before we move?
No, we good.
Okay. Finn, it is your turn. There's one in front of you. Or no, one beside you. One that is completely inside the barn with you. And then there's the one out there that you can't really see because you still think the door is there.
Yep. Yeah. No. We're switching from crossbow to shield and sword.
Yep.
And we are gonna try to smack this motherfucker.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh wait, that's a 14.
14 will hit.
Thank God.
You have found the
Yeah.
magic number.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah.
That's another 11 piercing damage.
Yeah, so you bring your rapier up, you drop the crossbow, its strap catches it as you pull up your shield, I don't know if it's a buckler or whatever, and your rapier, and you just plunge it into this thing's body. And with a gross squelch, you can see its blood leak out, but you're successful, which feels pretty nice. You've actually, really got in there for a good hit.
Oh crap! I forgot. I've got extra damage that goes with that. It's a +2, so it's 13. piercing
13.
damage.
All right. Beautiful. So yeah, it's a pretty decent hit. It's not gonna like 3 or 4 more of those.
Yeah. Well, lucky we got another one, and potentially 2. Oh! Improved crit.
All right. So again, that's gonna give you 8 plus your dex plus 4 plus your
Alright,
dex.
so that's gonna be
So,
8 plus
18?
8 to 16 is gonna be 20.
20, awesome, because of your bonus to it. Yeah. So this thing is beyond bloodied. It looks like it's not going to take but another good solid hit to take it down, thanks to that. You striking it like right through its lungs.
Action surge. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, tell me how you're, because I don't think there's a roll you can do that's low enough to not kill this. Yeah, you can't not kill this at this point. So tell me how you kill this thing.
Right across the neck. We're beheading it.
Oh yeah, so you take this rapier,
Yeah.
you've lunged through its body multiple times. It's reaching down, and in that motion, you just bring the blade up, and its head comes clean off with your beautifully sharp blade, clearing it, and it collapses at your feet. You still have movement and another attack available since you did bonus, by the way, or action
Wow.
surge.
Oh, I
Hey,
didn't realize I got
Grandpa,
another one when I action
double.
surge. Ooh.
Yeah, you get all of your attacks
how-
back. So
Ooh, how far out is the one next to Ernan?
I'm gonna say you can make it.
Yeah, all right. We're gonna go out there.
Okay. This thing doesn't look like it's going to take much to kill it. I mean, it's a good hit will kill this one again. You can
Alright.
tell that at a glance.
Let's go. That's gonna be 16 to hit.
16 will hit. All right, let's see a good roll. If so, this thing's going down. We're looking for 9 damage. Yeah, that'll do it.
I got it.
Yeah.
So then from the bar, you cut this one's head off after you're doing some very fancy flurry of blows, and then you turn and you sprint out, and suddenly you immediately target acquisition, jumping through the air, lunging your blade through this, looking like a badass again, because every time you go into combat, you suddenly become a badass instead of a helpless puppy. Flick the creature's blade off blood off of your blade, and just nod towards Ernan, kind of like, I got you.
You good, Gramps?
I would like to I would like the record to show my spell did so much fucking damage.
You did phenomenal, but like I was worried you were gonna die. So that's not like you need this on you. That is just making sure that you are alive and breathing and you're okay.
You know what
Much appreciated.
the biggest
now pile
thing
the bodies and we're burning them.
You know what the biggest thing your spell really did in that scenario? It allowed you it allowed you to ignore the regeneration. Because they were restoring 10 HP on their turn.
Ooh.
I did get quite a few 20 pluses on there.
Right. Right.
Yeah, no, you did good.
There were 2 full rounds though where it completely just like they nullified your damage entirely, but you know. And then you had 2 big ones which overcame it by a bit.
Yeah. Okay, so now kids, let's pile the bodies and burn them.
Yeah.
We listened to our elders. We're gonna collect corpses.
So yeah, you collect their bodies, and they're normal bodies. You know, they're the weight that they should be for this. As you burn them, you can hear little popping of something liquid bursting inside of them as they burn away.
Ew.
So every single one of their claws is an ovipositor, by the way.
It's a good thing they didn't smell good, because
I mean, fish roe is fine, right? As long as you're ingesting it. Oh, I want to point out, actually, it takes a long time for their bodies to light on fire because their skin is resistant to fire.
Really?
Yeah. They're resistant
So
to...
now,
Go on.
now that it's
Yeah,
over,
good to know.
Okay.
is it a color thing?
No, all slides are resistant to acid, cold,
Okay.
fire, lightning, and thunder.
Okay, so it was just my mind doing a switch.
They take physical damage perfectly fine, but they're really good at dealing with chaotic elements. The elements of anything that does like to deal with chaos. Because they live in Pandora, even though they're creatures created by the god of order. They live in Pandora, and they're a mistake made by him. So that's the lore behind these creatures. But yeah, their fingertips are ovipositors, so whenever they stab you, they put an egg in you.
Hi.
So what about the ship?
Yeah,
Now,
Yeah.
Do they have like a colony of them somewhere out there? Do we need to be concerned about more coming back?
So yeah, if you go over and you want to investigate it, it's a very smooth piece of metal. When you touch it, it's very cold to the touch. It feels like it hasn't absorbed any of the heat from the ambient air. It feels almost impossibly smooth. Like in the real world, this thing would be polished to the point of a mirror finish, like it's made out of chrome, which is physically possible, but not on this scale to be reasonable to be done in this world. So it's a little beyond anything. Like this is the sort of thing a dwarven master smith would do, and would people would go to see as an art piece. This is the bean, so to speak, of quality of metal. Whenever if you look inside, because again, it does have an open doorway. When you look inside, the whole thing appears to just be this metal tube with seating on either side. At the front of it is or one side. I guess it's not necessarily the front. It's because it's the same front and back, but you can see a panel that looks like it's made out of some sort of flesh, and it has weird tendrils growing from it. And then on either side are these glass globes with some sort of tadpoles swimming around inside.
So yeah, I have an idea. I would suggest getting off the ship.
I say that, yes.
Should we blow this thing up?
Oh, that's the plan. I still have 9 minutes of Spirit Guardian left,
Sure.
and it's cast on myself, so it follows me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk next to the ship and declare it an enemy.
Right. Let me double check what some of the things on that. I'm not looking at your spirit guardians. I'm not worried about that part. I'm looking at damaging objects with magic.
Okay.
So don't worry. I'm not questioning your plan here. I want to see how this is going to work. All right.
Oh, wait, no, it says creatures.
Oh, well, you could kill all the things inside the little glass globes.
Yeah, I'll step inside of it and just 9 minutes of radiant.
Yeah, they'll definitely die. Yeah, as your thing just kind of chows down on them inside the little tadpoles.
No survivors.
No survivors.
Yeah, no survive. Not killing no more cows.
All right, and so just so you know, if you guys start to try to damage this thing, any hit that does less than 23 damage doesn't even scratch its surface.
Ooh.
This guy breeds dragons, right?
Yeah, he does.
He does.
Fuck it. We'll have Did's dragons as breath weapon this.
Now I'm curious if his dragons are
Go get
strong
the
enough.
farmer and be like, aliens. Ship.
Hands on either side, aliens.
Aliens, exactly like to me.
All right, let me see if they can even deal enough damage, because these just so you know, these are baby dragons. Where's your fire breath? Nope, these cannot deal enough damage. Oh, they can. They can deal enough damage. Not that they will deal enough damage. They would actually have to roll to deal enough damage. But eventually, yeah, they could deal enough over time to destroy it.
Well, we'll leave that as a farmer cleanup problem.
For sure. So are you gonna go like wake up the farmer at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, you go back and he did tell you which room was his. And he is actually pretty humble. He sleeps in the same sort of room as all of his workers. It's not like a big fancy room at the end. But you're able to go in. He's just in there meditating. He's not sleeping. He is an elf. And of course, as elves, some of you know the process to get him out of that without,
Yeah.
causing harm. So you're
I
able
can handle
to.
that.
Yeah, so you wake him up and he says, "Did you find them? Did you find the poachers?" Like he's immediately aware whenever you get him awake.
Yes, we've handled it, but if you want to come with us, I think there's something you should see.
Okay, let me get dressed, he says as he slips into more appropriate like he's wearing essentially the white pajamas you would see. So he goes and he puts on like a proper robe and stuff, and not fully dressed but enough to go out with you.
As we walk, I'm just gonna slap myself with level 2 cure wounds.
How many spell slots do you have left, out of curiosity?
I have I have 2 level 1s. But I heal myself for 18, so I'm back to full
Beautiful, beautiful.
at a solid 33.
So yeah, you guys will easily, you get back in the cart and you drive him back over there. And he'll say, What is that?" As he looks at the clearly strange metal potato.
It
Alien
was
spaceship.
Slod.
Ah, Slod. In my cow field?
It was breeding season.
Oh, I see, I see.
You should probably burn the mutilated one.
Yeah, it's a good thing we already got rid of it. But it had been longer than 24 hours when you guys came. So if it had been infected, it would have already been had already come out of it.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you know this, but it only takes 24 hours for one of those to mature to a tadpole and escape your body.
Did
I'm
not know that.
aware.
Also, I want to point out, you don't know whether or not you got oviposited.
Ooh.
You just know you
I
got...
trust the
Huh?
who tell me. I trust the great worm
Okay.
who tell me.
Okay. I just wanted to throw that out there, that you don't actually know whether or not you're going to have tadpoles bust out of your body, and he did just say it only takes 24 hours.
I didn't see him get slashed.
No,
so
you didn't.
I'm
No.
none the wiser.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just know he was wounded somehow. You don't know in what way. Because they do have
Yeah.
very sharp teeth, and you do know that they could have definitely bit him as well.
Chomp chomp.
But yeah, so
Would make a great snack. So
oh, all right. So this the rancher will walk up to the device after you've kind of explained what's going on with it, and he will place his hand on it, and he will hum a tune. And anyone who knows anything about magic can tell he's casting a spell when he hums this tune, and then the inside of it will reverberate as it shatters outward.
ooh.
Wow.
Because guess what? The spell Shatter gets to ignore most of the damage reduction of objects.
Ah. Nicely done.
So yeah, he will shatter
I'm
that.
not a Tempest cleric.
And he will reach down and he'll pick up these, again, alien pieces of metal. And you can tell that for their size, they are definitely heavier than like steel. Like he kind of strains to pick up one that would, in your mind, be maybe a couple pounds. And he says,
Hey,
could you-
we are old men. Don't judge our strength. We back in our day.
he says, no. I think this is star metal, or this is valuable. I don't have any use of it, but if you guys would like to take it before I send it out, feel free to take some of it. I'll be back with your payment, though. You wait right here. And he goes off to go, gather up the money. And he says, unless you want to come with me and you can have your rooms and you can deal with this in the morning. Either way, it's fine. But yes, let me get your money because you have done a wonderful job in protecting my cows.
Our metal armor sounds.
Unbearably heavy?
It's fine. I have proficiency with heavy armor.
But yeah.
Devin's used to waddling.
Chugugunk, chugugunk.
Ooh. Do I know anything about star metal?
Yeah, so you can make a knowledge history check here, or
One last guidance for the road.
Oh, please, please be a good number.
All right, that's a pretty good number.
And that's, you said, what was that?
You can do a knowledge history. You can do an intelligence check.
So yeah,
I
that's
think
just
so.
going to be a 13.
13. Okay, so you've definitely heard stories of star metal. You know that it is one of the main materials that's in alloys that are mixed with adamantine, which is part of the reason it's so expensive. You know that blending this with other specific metals will make them so strong, especially when mixed, metallurgically, that they're practically indestructible. But as it's by itself, it's already just a super dense metal. You don't know like the specifics of like who can work it or anything like that, but you've heard tales of it, even if it is more of a myth to you than something that you've directly interacted with.
Is it so? Star Sword. That's immediately where Finn's brain is going. He's like, ooh, Star Sword.
So you do know that a star metal sword could be made. It would be in too heavy to be used, and it's like just to be made directly out of star metal.
Yeah.
But you could bring it to a smith who is an expert, and they can mix it with steel. Or if they had access to adamantine, they can do stuff with that. And it will make a weapon that is essentially unbreakable, something you would never have to worry about, that, and is easily enchanted, like to the point where the most basic enchanter can make it into the most powerful types of weapons with the right knowledge. So like instead of having to go through the process of getting all of the ethereum dust to enchant a weapon, it has innate properties to it that would allow you to enchant it without all the extra cost, besides the cost of getting the weapon made in the first place.
Ooh. And he just said he was going to give us some of this if we wanted it. Yeah.
Yeah, he said you guys can take, what you can carry. It's extremely heavy, so, you're not going to walk out with the whole ship individually, but yeah.
Oh no, I don't want the whole ship. I just need enough for a sword.
Yeah, you could absolutely. And that's open to all of you. All three of you.
I'm going to call my snake friends, and they are going to just help me.
a bunch of snakes just come up, they wrap around it, and then it just sinks into the earth, and you're like, huh?
Yeah.
That's
Excuse
certainly
me?
one way to do that.
Yes,
So
yes.
as you guys are debating, the farmer or the rancher will return, and to each of you he gives you 50 gold, which is, enough to pay a noble for a year. That's not 50 gold for you to split up. That's 50 gold each. He gives
I think
you.
we did fight a cosmic core.
He also gives each of you a golden dragon scale.
Aww.
He says, "This was my last adult that survived. She gave me these before she passed, and for helping save her babies, I think it's appropriate that you give one of her parting gifts." And so he hands one to each of you. And he says,
I'm a bow again.
"Oh yeah, absolutely." And he gives you that same kind of dismissive, but not in a rude way, kind of like no need, but
Yeah.
And he says, and if you ever need help with dragons, know that I'm an expert and you can come back to me at any time.
I'll just look at him like, if you ever need help again. So, I've got you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure the Great Worm will point me your way.
And with that, he brings you back. He lets you deal with the star metal as you see, and then he'll lead you inside. He'll make you one more meal and then give you rooms for the rest of the night. And he'll see you on the way in the morning. How much metal are you guys wanting to take? As much as you can physically carry, because again, he's not going to stop you if that's your answer.
No, I just want enough for a sword.
Sure.
I was about to say, I'm taking enough with my snake to get me armor made,
Sure. That's quite a bit.
and
If
that's
you
why I've
if
called this snake.
Sure. I say that that's quite a bit without the knowledge of how it's done. It actually doesn't take that much if you know how the alloy is made. So if you want to make a knowledge history check as well, we can see if you know how much you actually
Oh,
need.
sure. I do have a 17 intelligence.
I'll pat him
gonna-
on the back.
I rub my hat to give myself guidance and say,
So 17?
yes, you said history?
Yep.
Okay, so that's synth 20.
Okay. So 20 you know it's not a small amount, but it's about like a third of the amount of metal you would need to make the armor. So like you would need 1/3 of it to be this and then 2/3 to be steel. So it's a lot less than you would I think. It would be about the weight of the metal that you would need though. So like if you were getting a scale armor, you would need the weight of a scale armor's worth of star metal. So quite a bit less than you would need if you were trying to make it purely with the raw amount to make pure star metal.
I will take a bit more than what it would take to make scale mail.
Sure.
I'm planning on full plate, baby.
Yeah. And if you have, I mean, you can look up what a full plate would cost. Like that's a knowledge most adventurers would have. And so again, you need the weight of a full plate worth of star metal, which is a third of the metal you need in total because it's so heavy.
Yep. I'm 700 gold away.
So yeah, and then of course the hardest part of this will be finding someone who knows how to work with it.
The wormhole.
Yes.
And what about Randall? Are you taking some, or are you just gonna leave all the rest there?
I will take one piece to put on in my pan flute
Ooh.
as a memento, and every time I play, I remember this time.
I love it. And it is still highly polished, so it'll be a very shiny, pretty piece to put on your panpipe.
Yes.
All right. Well then, that's going to wrap up the adventure. Unless there's anything else you guys want to take care of in game.
That was awesome.
I'm glad. Again, whenever you said there was UFOs, I'm like, I hope no one else caught on to that and figured that out.
I heard him say it, but I didn't know what it was, so I was just like, shoo.
That's great.
So this was actually the original one for this. You know, I joked about making the next adventure the guy who you protect his pots from a kid breaking them. This is actually loosely based on Twilight Princess.
That's awesome.
It's either Skyward Sword or Twilight Princess, whichever one it is, where there's aliens abducting cows.
I believe it's Skyward Sword.
Okay. Yeah. So that's what this was loosely based on. Originally it had a different enemy in it, and then whenever we were playing it on our actual world, we're like, no, we need to have an actual D&D creature in here. So
that was awesome.
So yeah, I'm glad you guys had fun with it.
Always.
It was a little bit more combat than normal, but I think part of that was just because it's a shorter adventure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
But yeah.
Also, I would like to say now that it's over, we're fucking lucky we met the weakest of them. The red slaughter, the weakest of them.
I want to let you know they're also adjusted. Red Slot normally has 93 HP, but in this adventure they only have 45.
Dang. Whew.
Everything else is the same because that was the only thing that really makes them a higher challenge rating is how much HP they have with the 10 health regen. And if you guys had chose to split up your damage, you were probably going to lose. If you hadn't focus fired them because they do heal so fast, you probably would have lost the fight.
Oh wow.
But you did. You guys were just like, Yeah, that one's next. No
Yeah,
questions.
yeah. Teamwork.
Yeah, worked out beautifully. All right, well, that's all we have for today's adventurer. Closing statements and whatnot. While I find a someone to raid. Obviously, you guys were having fun. You said that, but is there any things you guys have coming up? I like any collabs, any big events, anything like that. Feel free to shout them out now.
Friday night community night at Cats. Come hang out. Cat Karma. Come hang out there at that on Friday nights.
Let me go ahead.
That's what we do.
That is what we do. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. Actually, shout out at Karma. There we go. Oops, that's not what I want. I'm going to be rating a small streamer that nobody knows because I met him yesterday and he's trying to meet affiliates. So let's get some people in there and show him some love. His name is Fail Lucas. He was streaming with some other people I rated yesterday. And they're trying to get him to be affiliate. So we're going to run into him.
Let's go.
But yeah. Oh gosh, volume. Bro, why is your volume so loud?
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. Thank you guys for being part of our evening tonight. Thank you, players, for being here and playing with me today. It's always a great time to have you. We only get so many hours in the day, and everyone who showed up, everyone who played, you guys chose to spend time with me and with each other, and I don't want you to ever forget that. Whenever we spend our time with someone, we choose who we spend our time with. That's never, ever a small thing. I always appreciate when people choose to give me some of their time, and I hope you know, whenever I'm giving it to you, I do truly mean to give it to you. I'll do my normal spiel. Streamers like me only come back because viewers like you come back. So keep coming back, and I'll keep coming back. That being said, no stream tomorrow, no stream on Monday. Tuesday we'll be doing the next seed of Deathless Randomizer League. So if you want to see some Elden Ring stuff like that, come check it out. If not, I don't have any blame because it is a very specific thing. That being said, big love, everyone. Hope to see you next time. If not, I understand. Bye.